Somebody hit me with a zinger right before we started.
What's up?
All right. Good evening, Internet. It is I, Kadave. I am back here on Happy Jack's RPG to run Road to Nowhere, our Electric State actual play. I'm quite excited to be here because this game draws on a whole lifetime of weird memories along the highways and byways of the U.S. First off, just as a heads up, if this is your first time tuning in, this game experience is rated for a mature audience. We might use the words.
Not the words. Beans.
We might get into situations that are not nice. People might get violent. People might have sexy times. Anything could happen.
Beans.
So it is not for the G-rated viewer. Just as a heads up. Leading from that conversation, we also very much always use safety tools here. We've gone over a Lines and Veils document amongst all of us here in this room, and we have hyper cool little buttons that we can trigger as an X card to warn off any impending disaster before it becomes a problem. Please use safety tools in your games. It just makes everybody more comfortable, and it doesn't cost you anything. Even if you're just putting out an X card, an index card and a Sharpie have been the great expense of instituting at least a basic safety tool. So, with that, let's go around the table. We'll start on this side this time.
Hello, my name is Kimmy, she, her, and I am playing Cassandra Nyx. I am the devotee whose beliefs about where the neuroscape begin and end don't quite line up with what everyone else thinks. I'm not saying that I'm wrong, but it's just difference. It's difference. And yeah, I have a new friend, a new best friend, and they have a dog. I'm very excited. It's true.
Oh gosh. Hey everybody. I think I am the aforementioned new best friend. My name is Yuri, that is Y-U-R-I, pronouns she, they, and I am playing Emily Vega, the artist, a person who has some family traumas, but honestly who doesn't, who is traveling to capture the beauty that is left out in the real world. And she does not know she has a new best friend, apparently.
Hi everyone, I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I'm back playing Kilo, who is a drone pilot who's fine and normal, who uses he, they, and it pronouns, and doesn't have any best friends. Speaking of,
Flawless segue. Hello, I'm Cody. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Ronnie Rhodes, who also uses they, them pronouns. They are a doctor, who got roped into this mess and needs to be here, but also got roped into this mess and has acquaintances. Yeah.
Lovely.
accomplices.
Yeah, that's better. That's
Yep,
much better. Much more accurate.
Let's do a crime.
Yeah.
Fair. Y'all did the crime.
I'm sorry, you aided and abetted then. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. All right.
Accessory after.
Oh,
Yeah.
Emily doesn't know. She's
Nope.
traveling with criminals.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Trying to lead a good and happy life.
Hitchhiking. Very
Seeing
safe.
stuff. Yeah. This is episode 4 of this series. If you're jumping in now, I recommend go back and catch up on the pre-story because a lot of it's really cool. Last episode, the group dealt with the perils of a small Danish-themed village in California called Solvang, where the residents had hatched a plan to keep their small tourist town alive when people can just jack into a headset and experience the same thing without leaving home. And they were very, very nice to everyone. I don't see that there were really any problems, but everybody else wanted to leave, so they have managed to
We have places to be.
get their car together and get back out of town after some interesting tampering. On the road.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it could be the show On the Road with Buddy.
Oh, yeah, with Buddy. Buddy's actually the main character.
Buddy
Buddy
is
is the main character.
Buddy is
no.
the favorite character of everybody watching.
We also went by a town that was completely leveled
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By Solvang.
by Solvang, so they're fine and normal.
Yeah, they're doing great. They're
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
great.
But they got so many new residents. Their plan is working flawlessly.
I still think that if you're going to retire, it's a great place to retire to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if you got to be somewhere, or if you're wanted by most of the government and military, it's probably not a good idea to be there.
Accurate.
By the way, the clog guy just went and put that piece of wood back.
Yeah.
Where you got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what he did.
Wow.
Congratulations, you found a fetch quest for a looping video game, like RPG that
I'm
respawns.
so mad, actually.
That's so real.
And then things wrapped up with getting a replacement car battery from a nice old mechanic. And then into the later afternoon, you are progressing north out of Santa Maria
Yes.
along the 101, which will take you shortly into the environs of first Pismo Beach,
Yeah.
and then up to San Luis Obispo. Looking on the maps. Oh, I don't need that whole half of the map.
I am a little sad that we're not going up towards Hearst Castle. Just because
Yeah.
the stuff that could be up there would be wild. The zebras are still there.
Free range zebras.
They've just taken over. Like
Yeah.
it's just like this roving herd of
Zebra cult.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
People
bad
worshiping
idea.
the zebras?
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
We found Cassie's new cult
Yeah.
location. Actually, that's not a bad place for
I
a
mean,
cult.
if you have to pick a place, it's
Yeah.
not so bad.
Yeah.
Very good place.
Multiple pools.
And zebras.
And zebras. And
Where
great
are we
views.
right
Yeah.
We are coming up.
We're coming
Here?
up towards San Luis Obispo.
Right.
So we're going to
So,
SLO.
Yeah.
We're going through the.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's into the afternoon now. You've probably got a few hours until sundown. So time to get on up the road. Who's driving again? Are you driving again?
Probably Kilo.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
It's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
I think we were sitting in the front,
Probably.
having an awkward time.
Yeah, that sounds
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Actually, it's not even holding the wheel. It's literally just like one arm attached to the wheel, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Would Cody have put music on during the awkward silence?
Ooh. I would have tried to.
What would you put?
I don't know.
First tape.
What is the first tape that I put in? See, I don't want to say Green Day. I think it's something more classic than Green Day. I think it's like ELO or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yeah. Ronnie's got dad music tastes, so it's fine. But I would try to put a cassette in the in the player. And if you don't stop me, it happens, and we start listening.
I think because Ronnie was kind of nice today, I think that Kilo lets it go and doesn't bully Ronnie for the first time over music.
So sweet. Ronnie, I think, absolutely clocks it, doesn't say a thing, but is like internal, like totally cool on the outside, puts it in, just leans back, stares at the window, and then internally is like, yes. Yes. Yes.
I
Didn't bully
think
me.
Yeah.
when you put the music, you would hear Emily like humming along to all the songs because she also has like dad music as her
Yeah.
favorite.
Yes. Oh, amazing.
So it'd be like a little, oh shit, okay, I see you.
I definitely like I hear you whistling or humming along, and I turn back and I'm like, oh, if you want to pick the next cassette, pick the next tape, and I hand you like I definitely keep my. I don't think I have a case, but I have like 3 or 4
bag.
in some kind of little baggy situation that I hand to you.
Okay, if you have Linkin Park, she's putting that.
Oh God, does Ronnie?
Is that out yet?
I Cody don't listen to
Really?
Linkin Park.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't have any metric for what
Mm.
Linkin Park sounds like. So I don't know if Ronnie would listen to Linkin Park.
When Ronnie offers your music, Kilo also like slides over wherever Cassie keeps her collection of
Oh, God.
Alanis Morissette and others. There's also all of this. It belongs to Miss Nyx.
She'll go through it. Miss Nyx, what does she find?
Lots of Alanis Morissette, like Fiona Apple, like
the
that
Lilith
entire
Fair.
genre.
Lilith
Yeah,
Fair, yeah.
it's
Sarah
basically-
McLachlan. all
Yeah.
that.
I feel like they are in one of those cases too, like the nice zipper cases that
Mhm.
have like all the little slots where you can see the end of all the cassette tapes.
Yeah.
Every time you hit a bump in the van, it rattles. a
Rattles,
little bit.
yeah. But that way they're just like organized. They're probably like very surprisingly organized.
Mm.
Like
Well labeled still.
yeah, like very like yeah. And I think a lot of them are like the real purchased ones. They're not like the
Oh.
just like
didn't
copied
dupe
ones
it?
where you
Yeah.
like yeah. I think and they're probably like in alphabetical order.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think she'd look through both bags and whatever cassette was the closest to like rock is what she would find.
I've got a Green Day in there for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you bought it,
Yeah,
I think, at the store.
that's
Yeah.
probably one of the few that I didn't just like get from. I didn't steal from like my parents' collection or, you know, equivalent of illegally downloading it.
Mhm.
We're
Yeah.
getting paid with
Recording it off the radio.
Yeah, recording it off the radio.
Cool.
I used
Or
to do
or
that
the
for,
double side
uh,
recorders.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
The tape
fancy
dudes.
tape. The
when
Yeah.
you record
decks, yeah.
ringtones. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, everybody shut up, the song's coming on, and you record it
yeah.
and then use that as a ringtone. Oh no.
Oh,
So Lincoln Park started in 1996.
okay.
And I totally forgot they were from Agora Hills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just forgot.
Super
And it's
local.
also like started off as like rock
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. So whatever the closest would be to that,
Mhm.
that she puts that, just starts jamming.
Yeah.
Starts like sketching. I should jam. She's probably because she's in the back, I think because we're driving and things are passing by too quick for her to sketch something, she sketches the back view, like what she sees looking forward. So it is the
Ooh.
outline of the seats and then like the console and like your hands on the wheel, like that type of stuff. Whatever you can see from the back of you guys is what she starts sketching. She's just jamming out. But he's probably like taking a fat nap.
Nice. We love a fat nap.
Professional dogging.
Professional, yeah. Professional napper. Absolutely.
He deserves it.
Yeah. How long are we on the road for before we hit our destination?
Well, you at this point, you guys don't really have a destination. You're just
Yeah.
going north.
Well,
Yeah, I was-
SLO. Like how
You mean
long
that's gonna
until
be
we
the
get
next
to?
stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably 2 hours
Yeah. Give or take. That
Mhm.
sounds.
ish.
That's not bad.
You guys, this interaction takes you up to. There's a town there called Nipomo. Takes you up that far. It's about halfway.
Okay.
And then the next thing up is the famous Pismo Beach from Looney Tunes fame.
Yeah.
But it's just a little beach town. It's not like
It's
doesn't even
cute.
have a Looney Tunes monument, which I think is a crime.
Absolute crime.
But
I think. Oh, if it's 2 hours, I don't think she would have had to call for a break because she would take Buddy out, be like, "All right, do your due."
Oh yeah.
He likes the beaches because you can dig in
Dig.
easier. Yeah. But if it's just 2 hours, I think like we'd make it all the way to Slow.
As we drive past the beach though, like Kilo.
when you get into Pismo Beach, like you've gotten to the point where like you can see the town up ahead, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can make.
Roll dice.
Get so excited when we roll.
Let's do. Well, let me ask the first question. How attentive is everybody to what's going on outside the van?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is Kilo starts to like look at what's going on around.
Sure.
Not only at the town, but just like at the ocean, at the like environment, and is a little bit less like I'm a robot driving a car, and starts to be more like a person driving a car on a long drive.
Sure. And you're in a prime position to be looking out, obviously, so that makes sense. But what about the rest of you? How much concentration is to what's outside versus rocking out versus looking at the sleeping dog? Or
I mean, I'm probably sketching, so not me. Yeah.
I think
You're also at the front.
I'm doing that thing where I'm listening, but it's kind of like background noise, and I'm kind of watching. I don't think I'm on alert, but I'm definitely looking out the windows and kind of just like browsing. Gazing. That's the word I was looking for.
sure, browsing the sites out the
Yes,
window. I like
sure,
it.
yes, absolutely. That's totally what I meant.
I feel like Cassie is like taking a nap.
Okay.
Or-
Joining Buddy. Nice.
Yeah, just like I feel like she was really excited and was like petting Buddy, and then when like Buddy dozed off, like it's hard to tell which one of them dozed off first.
So,
Yeah.
it was a race. to
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
The mutual comfort nap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Dogs are
love
great.
that so much.
So I think she's sitting like in the other kind of second row pilot seat, like with her hand like on Buddy, and just kind of like she's gonna
Alright.
have a very sore neck when she wakes
Oh
up.
yeah.
So let's do the two of you for a wits roll.
Wits.
And if you,
Ooh, I have my new talent, which is I get +2 to wits rolls for spotting approaching threats.
absolutely, you get one.
Yeah. Okay. So I roll 7.
See, the
That
fact that he let you use
Yeah, I'm
that
scared.
right now has
Yeah,
me
I'm also
terrified.
concerned. I was like saying, "Oh, hey, it'll be funny. It'll be fun." No, it's
Yeah.
relevant. And I got no 6s and 2 1s.
And I got no 6s, but no 1s. It's not my fault today.
Okay.
Do
Important
either of you want to
distinction.
try and push this roll?
No. I'm considering it. However, I already have 2 1s.
Yeah, that's rough.
Dangerous.
Oh God. Okay. Fuck it. My hope is at 5 out of 5. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I should not push it.
I mean, hope. If I get down to 0 out of 5, I just suffer mental trauma, and like that's just normal for Ronnie.
I survived mine. What's the
Oh
worst?
my God!
Oh my god, it's worse!
That's so much worse.
Nope. Okay.
Okay, so I'm now at 1 out of 5. I
Oh,
rolled
welcome.
4 1s,
Golly.
2 5s, and a 2.
Welcome.
So that's great. Thanks, Dice. Thank you so much, Dice.
So we need to bond.
Wait.
That's what I'm
We
hearing.
need to
4
bond. We need to bond
ones?
stat. Anyway,
Yeah.
Oh my
We
gosh.
gotta bond
Bad
real
times.
bad. Oh my God. It is.
All right.
It's bad here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know shit, and I'm feeling, and I'm getting emotional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just a little upset.
Yeah.
It's been a weird couple of days.
Yeah. Weird.
So up ahead, you guys are pulling into the city limits of Pismo Beach. You can look out and see the ocean to the left, and the road is going to curve and start heading inland
Nice.
in a
Okay.
moment. You are cruising along on the highway. There are some other cars,
Sure.
but not tons, right? It's, you've got a couple of seconds at least between the next car and you, but you're driving along and you hear a thump noise. Like you hit something small
Mhm.
or something, but you didn't see anything in front of you.
And did the van move at all? Like we hit something?
The steering did not in
Okay.
any way react.
I
Roadkill?
think we hit a bird.
I feel like we would have seen it if we hit a bird.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, I will look out like the back windows
Sure.
to see like if we did drive over an animal or something, it would be on the road, I'm assuming.
Absolutely it would be, but you see nothing.
Was it something falling on the top of the van?
Or maybe like something in the van, like wrong with the van? I don't.
I mean, how's the does it feel weird?
The van seems
Should we-
totally fine.
Everything seems like we just stopped at a mechanic shop and everything is fine.
Okay. Then I guess that was just a weird thump that has no discernible origin.
We should look and make sure there's nothing
On the top?
damaged outside later when we arrive.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, you're the robot, so you, I think, would know better.
Drone.
I don't, right? I don't.
Drive a drone. Definitely knows cars.
I've
Right.
been a professional driver before, yes.
So, if you say we can keep going, if you're not worried, then I guess I'm not either.
I mean, it didn't even wake Cassie up. Like,
No.
I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily loud enough to wake. Like, Buddy probably picked up his head a little bit,
Yeah.
but then was like, oh, whatever.
I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll check the car when we, park proper somewhere.
Yes.
Sure. So you're driving along. You start to head up the pass that leads
Yeah.
inland to San Luis. And you're getting there. Like, you're coming up over the pass. And up ahead, you see, driving very closely together coming the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
You see a bunch of vehicles, right? Like, you can't quite tell what they are from here because this is quite distant still, but they're driving in a convoy,
Oh.
right? Like, it is clear that they are together, unless it's just a weird collection of the closest tailgaters you've ever seen, yeah.
Right.
But they are driving in a tight group, all traveling pretty quickly down the road.
How wide is this road?
It's like two lanes.
Okay, so there's not like just a double yellow protecting me from whatever's going on the other side of the road.
No, I think if I remember correctly through there, there's it's separated. So
Oh,
there's
great,
a,
even better.
like a little bit of a grassy gulch between.
Then I think Kilo just stays normal.
Okay.
Not doing anything strange, just kind of keeping an eye, wondering, a very tight caravan traveling southbound. Hope they're not going to LA.
As they approach, they get a little closer. You can see that it's two semi-trucks in the middle. And then on the outside, there's two, like, black Suburbans,
Oh.
right? In the front and in the back. And out of the roofs of the semi-trucks, you see, like, quadcopter drones that are, like, actively lifting off and departing out onto side streets. Like, over, like, every little exit, you see a couple of drones going off.
Emily, could you make sure that the window shades are drawn in the back?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's not normal. As she's, turning around and putting the shades
I mean,
down.
what is normal, but yeah, that's not whatever it is.
There's so many of them.
Do you think that's? Heard a thump. Do you? I
Oh
mean,
no.
You think we have
I don't know if we-
drone on the top of the
I don't.
van?
Maybe a drone dropped something on us or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like military. It looks like corpse shit.
Huh.
Yeah, the distinction there isn't like the greatest.
Corpse.
Didn't you get in a lot of trouble because there isn't much of a difference?
There isn't. It's just.
Also, there
Mil-
isn't much of a difference.
There isn't much of a difference. I don't know. I kind of imagine the military is having bigger guns and the corpses having bigger smiles. If that makes any sense. Anyway.
Yes, unfortunately. We should check the van, and Cassie and I should stay inside.
Right.
Okay. So, I think we should wait until the caravan completely
Yes.
passes,
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
before we check it.
As Kilo is saying this, we are still driving at like a
Yeah.
somewhat normal pace.
As nonchalantly as we can, I suppose.
Yeah. We're flying casual.
Do the trucks have any sort of logos on them, or are they just blank?
Nothing. Everything is all black.
Great.
Oh.
And the windows on the SUVs are tinted and everything.
Yep.
Great.
You
Love
can tell that there's at least 2 people in each of the SUVs.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Because you
not
can
like,
see, like, there's a driver
Like
and there's
silhouettes
someone
and
in
stuff.
the passenger seat.
Yeah.
You
And with all
probably couldn't
the
identify them in a lineup, but you can tell.
yeah, with all the shades drawn and stuff, hey, I guess since you two up front are the only ones that can see now, like, let me know if I should wake her up.
We will.
Okay.
Yep.
You aren't by chance in any trouble with Sentre or the Pacifica government?
which is Sentre.
No. I do feel like at this point, even if I was, that's something you should have probably asked before I got on the car.
Well, you didn't ask us.
Are you
I'm
in any trouble?
You see, you up front see me kind of just make this face of like, oh, fuck. And then I turn to like, I look seriously at the opening door mechanism inside, like, maybe I should just throw myself out. And then I'm like, no, don't do that.
Do a
We-
flip.
I just do this.
We are in a compromised. Oh, we are in a compromised situation with Sentre, and also Ronnie is in a compromised situation with everyone.
Okay, technically it's just the fucking military, all right? But the military and Sentre are working together because our government is owned by a corporation now, which apparently everyone is fine with.
I'm not.
Okay. fair.
Okay, so it makes sense why you wouldn't even think to ask me. But how compromised are we talking about?
I mean, I uncovered a government conspiracy that apparently most people already know about, and then they tried to kill me about it because I tried to make it more widespread and known. But that's just my thing.
And that's enough.
And the rest of you?
Oh, well, Cassie is asleep, but when she wakes up, you should ask her about waking up the greater Los Angeles area.
They haven't told me either.
Oh my gosh, I'm traveling with fugitives.
Yeah. If you want to get out at any point,
Well,
It's a
not
long
right
walk
now.
back.
Well,
With
yeah, yes,
the drones
yes,
and the
obviously.
black marked vans. But I will think about it.
If
Yeah.
it is any comfort, we're leaving the state.
Okay.
yeah, we're trying to get up to Oregon or Washington or just north.
Right. Yeah, I am gonna have to do some introspection, I suppose. Do you think the drones in the unmarked van are for you guys?
Honestly, no. Or I don't think so. I think they're just, I don't know. I would assume it's some corporate espionage, corporate takeover nonsense. Like maybe they're spying on people. Maybe they're, I don't know. I don't think it's for us.
Kilo, I can see you through the rear view mirror up there. It doesn't look like you have the same opinion.
Kilo,
Surprised you could tell from their relatively. No, the eyes have a different glow to them. No, you're right.
Sentre and I no longer agree on most things. Does that clarify?
Weren't you just a driver for Sentre?
He laughs for way too long. It keeps going well past what I'm gonna do.
Amazing, amazing.
No.
Okay.
How long until the caravan of terrifying trucks and vans
Passes.
I mean, you guys are both going at highway speeds.
Great.
So less than a minute from when you saw them to when you can't see them anymore.
Next turn off.
Okay.
Just gonna turn out, pull onto the crappy gravel that I'm sure is worse now.
Sure.
Okay.
Like tall grass whipping into the front bumper
Yeah.
at this point because nobody's mowing it.
Yeah. We should check the van.
Yeah.
Maybe wear. Do we have hats? Or Cassie?
Are we there yet? Have we gotten there?
You should stay inside the van. We just saw something. Trucks. Vans.
Cassie, are you a fugitive?
There's lots of trucks and vans. We're on a road.
Black, unmarked with all kinds of drones.
Oh.
I put on a pair of sunglasses and like put my hood up, and I go outside to start checking the van.
And there they go.
Okay.
Cassie's definitely awake now. Like, oh, this is different. Okay. Oh, hi, bud.
On the outside of the van, you don't see anything around the periphery of the van.
I definitely climb up and look underneath too.
Which one are you doing first?
Up first.
Cool. You can use that ladder on the back to get up there, no
Yay.
problem. You get up to the top, and like right in front of you, there's looks like it's attached with a magnet,
Oh.
like a turret camera that is like immediately swivels around and stares you in the face. I mean, you're wearing a hoodie and
Yeah, I've got a
things are
hoodie and
obscured
glasses
still,
on,
but-
and I'm like, I think I purposely try to make my voice deeper and say, "What the fuck?
Perfect.
Get off
I
my
mean-
fucking car!" And I try to like whack it, like
I mean, you
a
hit
little
it,
bit.
like you have to exert some force, but you can remove it. if
Yeah,
you want.
I do that, and I fucking bullshit. I think I will try to break it.
Okay. It's not breaking like from grip.
Yeah,
strength.
I try to like snap
okay.
it or something like that.
Sure,
We can
you
run
can.
it over.
You can kind of pull it. You know,
Yeah,
just,
and
like,
and then
wedge
I
your
do
fingers
it.
in and pull.
Punt it into the nearby field.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Malware IRL.
Okay, that fucking sucked. All right,
Mhm.
all right. Let's please hope that they didn't have facial recognition for my mouth. Okay. I go in. I walk back into the car.
I feel like at that moment, I'm like, fugitive is such a difficult word, and it encapsulates so many things.
Are
Like,
you
this is what you
running?
want.
Yeah, no,
From
100%.
the
I
mall?
thought just froze. I like have the door open. I'm like looking at like. Update. There was a little camera guy on top of our van. It saw me, but I had a hood and sunglasses on, and I tried to make it seem like I was just an angry driver, and then broke it and punted it into the field.
Excellent. Everyone get inside the van. We're driving far away from that.
Cool. And I get it. Yeah. Shut the door behind me.
So, I know since you're an artist, you'll understand about like the human experience and how important that is. So, people are putting on these helmets, and they're transitioning away from this beauty that we experience. So we just kind of turned it off for a little while, so they were forced to not live in their helmets anymore. We didn't hurt anybody.
What do you mean you
Oh.
turned it off?
Like a server?
The tower.
Yes.
Oh my god, that
How
was
did
you two?
How do you even do that?
Molotov cocktails.
Molotov cocktails against an entire a center tower?
We got inside first, and then it just melted the components inside.
Oh my god.
I was not always a driver.
You weren't?
I knew how to get in, and Cassie knew where to put fire.
So, what was your motivation for committing minor terrorism?
Minor is a misnomer.
But it was for a good reason. It wasn't to hurt people. It was to help them. It was to wake them up.
I mean, we can talk about the
Morality of it?
medical logistics. I was saying we could talk about the medical logistics of not hurting people by yanking them out of their neuroscape or non-neuroscape experience later. What were your motivations for getting in there? Because I mean, Cassie, you know, were you also like
I was not always a drone pilot. That was not my job in the war. That's not what I was hired to do for Sentre.
So you were what? You were some kind of software engineer or something?
Hardware.
Oh, duh. Yeah, sorry.
Hardware.
Okay, so you were a drone doctor, and then you weren't, and then you go back and sabotage a server because...
Is this just you getting back at Sentre for turning you into a drone driver?
Sentre has a program that if you are injured on the job, you can sign up and they will help you stay useful to Sentre.
Oh.
So I became a driver.
They don't want to use your mind?
They are using my mind. Or at least they think they are.
Right. But what drove you to help Cassie destroy the server?
You're trying to find your body.
Knew
Why
I
would
always
they
liked you,
not
Ronnie.
let you know where your body is, though, if you were working for them?
Because Sentre sucks. Because it's about control and they don't, it's about information. It's always about information. The more information you hold that other people don't, the more
Also,
power
my
you have.
contract's not done.
And well, it's definitely some kind of human rights violation. Not that those matter anymore, but not to the people in power, at least.
So I thought you were in your drone because you wanted to be, but you're stuck in there whether you want to be or not.
I could leave. The room is just very boring.
So they essentially have you, like, jailed? Trapped?
I'm also getting medical care.
Are you getting better?
Oh, I have no idea. You all look very sad. I don't want that.
I mean, it's kind of a sad story. Like, you can't avoid that.
Kilo, is it your choice to be here with us?
Yes, I am looking for my body. Because Ronnie is right.
Then we'll help you.
Yeah. I've known people to get lost in their, in the machines because they wanted to escape or just not be here anymore. But the fact that this is the only way you get to experience the world because somebody else wants that, that's not okay. I mean, a lot of things aren't okay, but that is like especially awful.
I wasn't doing anything before that was particularly exciting, interesting.
It doesn't matter, you had a choice. And whether you'd be doing the same thing now is irrelevant. It is the fact that you don't have a choice. If you
Perhaps
had
it is penance for working for Sentre.
If it makes you feel better thinking of it like that.
It does.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us, and I'm glad that you at least have the power to make some of your own decisions.
And you just wanted to turn it off, right? To get people out of the...
Well, so, like Kilo, so many people are stuck in the real world, and then they tap in to come here to the neuroscape. And
Yeah,
so
just let it wash over you.
so by putting the helmets on, they're checking out of the beauty that is the neuroscape. So if we cut that cord, then they have to be here and they have to enjoy it. They have to see and be in the moment.
Okay. So, just gonna pretend here for a moment, I suppose. If you kick them out of the machines, they'll just get fixed and go back in the machines.
Yeah. But maybe something... So you make a picture, right? When you make your art.
Right?
And things change after you make that picture. But for one moment, your art captures the beauty of that moment.
Okay.
So maybe if they experience it,
You hope some of them will want to go back.
yeah, it just kind of inspire them. Like maybe they don't know, and it'll just help them make a better choice next time.
I mean, I get where you're coming from. A lot of flaws. Get where you're coming from. Molotov cocktailing a Sentre neuroscape tower.
Dangerous. You could have gotten caught,
Also,
killed.
also not harmless.
It was fun though.
It
We
does
did-
sound it does sound a little fun. Not gonna lie.
We did our research though. If you rip a helmet off someone, it does cause major problems. But if it goes down at the source, they get like an error message.
It's true.
And it doesn't, like, they get pissed. They get very angry very quickly, we've discovered. But since it's an error at the source and not at them, it's not harmful. We were really very careful with that.
That is fair.
That makes some sense. And wow, I hate that I'm saying this. But I understand some of where Cassie is coming from.
I mean, yeah.
The reason I do my arts and do my photography is because I want to show people the beauty that is here. And I upload it so that people that choose to be in the neuroscape maybe will want to take those machines off and experience the world a little bit.
I mean,
And in that, though, it's like, the end goal, I suppose, is similar, but man, two completely different avenues here.
I mean, it's not a bad thing by any means to want people to unplug. Literally. I don't know. I can't really blame people for wanting to get lost in there and never come back out. Like, I'm not saying that I would do it, and I'm not saying that it's okay, but I can't blame them. Have you seen the world lately? It's kind of fucked.
It's really fucked. That's why I'm trying to capture all little things that aren't so fucked.
Yeah.
Also, beauty helps with willpower
Yeah.
and freedom.
And the
Yeah,
thing is, too,
yeah.
like,
And
a lot of
choice.
those things are disappearing. I guess I want to capture them before they entirely just go away and cease to exist, you know? And I don't know, I guess it's just to show people what they are choosing to leave behind. Because a lot of people don't realize that by choosing to live in the machines, they are leaving things behind. And sometimes they leave people behind too.
Okay, I'm gonna go read in the back. Yeah. Cassie, like, literally, like, unseatbelts, goes to the back of the van, like, in the bench thing, and curls up as far away from everyone as possible, and just pulls out a book and just starts reading. Jake has the little, like, light on.
Oh, girl.
Oh, oh gosh. I think we reached a level even Cassie couldn't handle. Oh god.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Emily, I think this is a noble cause.
Thanks. Music, please.
Yep.
She's gonna go back to. She grabs a pencil and stares at the page of a half-finished sketch and tries to, like, muster up the sort of the will to finish it, and stares at it for like 5 whole minutes before she just puts the entire thing away and just pets Buddy until we stop again or something happens.
I think as the back gets kind of quiet, Kilo looking ahead at the road,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of not even looking at Ronnie, says, a friend of mine used to believe in being kind to even people stuck in the neuroscape.
Yeah. How do you think that friend's doing?
Not well.
Oh.
Just tries.
Sounds about right.
I increased tension with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
changing
was gonna
on
say,
mine
if
too.
anybody felt like this
Yeah.
talking out helped with the tension,
Yeah.
God.
then
Nope.
you're welcome to
I
lower it.
mean, oh my god. I feel like it might have helped with us and then it went back up. So like I think it went down by 1 and then went back up by 1 because I think I have figured out who you are, but I am not like admitting it.
That's worse.
I am not telling you that I'm like I have suspicions, but I'm like so I think it went down and then went back up.
That's fair.
So it stayed
that's
at
fine.
1, but I get 1 point of hope back.
I think
and
mine
that's
just
it.
generally got better with you, Ronnie.
Yeah. And I think it, I mean, I feel like it went up with you.
I found out they're all fugitives and they all get a point of tension
Yeah,
from
that's
me.
Completely reasonable.
I mean, I honestly don't think I think badly of you. So I think, or I don't think I have any sort of, yeah, I think it stays at 0 for you. It stays at 2 for Cassie, so.
Yeah, I think for Emily, it was definitely like oh my gosh, like I haven't gotten kidnapped in all of these months traveling like by myself and I just stumbled into something worse on my own. Like, wow.
Yep, that's how it be.
And
It's not technically kidnapping if you get in
Yeah,
the car yourself.
right, it's even worse. Like I asked them to take me with them.
Yep.
And we were
Which is
like,
even
okay,
worse.
Okay.
But I think she is trying to decide how she feels about it still. Yeah.
So funny.
Well, I guess the defining moment of kidnapping is if you ask to leave and they
And
say
they
And
no.
they say no.
Yeah.
Then it
Exactly.
can become kidnapping
Yeah.
again very quickly.
Yeah.
I actually think that even though Cassie didn't react very well to all of that situation. I actually think that also, like, Kilo saying why he actually attacked that also kind of dropped the tension, because originally it was just like, yes, I believe in your cause. Oh, you don't care that it isn't because I don't believe in your cause? I just did it for me, and you're fine with that? Awesome.
I think if you'd told her at that time, she would have hated it. But I think now that she considers you like a friend and like a sidekick, like buddy situation, and I think that she's more concerned with like your well-being and wanting to help you. I think that's her bigger priority than like the exact reasons you did the
I'm now
terrorism with me.
Now I'm an empathetic NPC
You
in
are,
your story.
I think Cassie just unlocked secret quest.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Help
tragic,
Kilo.
find
tragic
their
backstory
body.
unlocked.
Yeah.
New quest.
Well, I think too, like, and you definitely notice with Cassie, she drops into moments where it almost seems like she's like has a real understanding, and then she nopes back really hard,
Yeah.
and it's like a little bit of like a reactionary thing. And there's times where sometimes you think she maybe is like hearing things differently than what you're saying, and she's like just picking and choosing what she's understanding and even paying attention to. Yeah, and it's very much like a choice to be like, this is my reality, and this is how it is. It's a choice.
Yeah.
Driving on up the road.
Cruising.
The sun is starting to set at this point, right? It's not fully dark out, but you're at that weird point of twilight where like 50% of the other drivers have their lights on and
Oh,
50%
yeah.
don't yet.
Yeah.
Kind of depends on like the sensitivity of their ar. If it, well, in the 90s it wasn't.
Yeah,
that.
you just turn it on.
Yeah, right. But nowadays it's like as their car pushed over into that quotient of darkness.
I also think Kilo's like usually one of the last drivers on the road because they have like drone sensors and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
As you start pulling into the outskirts of San Luis Obispo, you see there's a big sign on one side of the road for the Madonna Inn.
Yeah.
And wonderful place to stay, themed rooms, color TV, like it's got all of the roadside
Yeah,
motel attractions listed, including like 2 different restaurants and 3 bars, and it's a thing. On the other side of the road, there's a big sign for the Apple Farm Inn. Breakfast of apples. Like it's just all apple, like it's full of apple puns.
Apple Danish, apple.
Yeah.
Apple pie, cider.
All of that is on that sign. But just past that point, you encounter your first one, because this is a fairly decent-sized city. It's a college town. They're still operating.
No giant condor in this one.
There is not a flying condor of doom overhead.
A very respectable Renaissance film. I don't know if it's really.
Not at this time of year.
No, not
No.
this every. I'm just kidding.
But you encounter your first one of those, like Amber Alert signs, right? And it says, "Be prepared to stop. Curfew in effect."
Curfew.
Everyone, there is a curfew. And also, if you have a preference on the food you will be eating, we can either eat Madonna or apple.
I'm allergic to apples, and I love Madonna.
Are we actually eating Madonna?
I
I
don't
hope
think so. I
not.
think it's just. I don't think it's even related to. From what I remember, I don't-
Traffic stop. What should we do?
Well, we don't have much of a choice there. It'll look really weird if we try to drive away from it without stopping. That might be more suspicious.
I mean,
Correct.
we have to stay somewhere for curfew. We can't. I mean, apple one's actually probably cheaper, but I won't be able to eat anything there.
Okay, so Madonna Inn, and we come into the town proper in the morning.
Sounds good.
I think we have to go through the curfew.
Do we have to go through the checkpoint to get to the inns?
No.
No?
No,
Okay,
the
great.
inns are right outside.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then we go towards the Madonna Inn.
Fair enough. As you approach, it's kind of got a curving driveway that leads up to this, sort of perched on a hilltop building, and it's very pink. Like, it's obnoxiously pink. Yeah.
Another
For those
real-
at home, Google the Madonna Inn, and
Yeah.
you can see some photos that are now being shown on the screen here in the studio. For everybody.
I'm in another Electric State game, and we just went to the Madonna.
Hey!
And you said the Madonna Inn, and I went. I was like,
Yeah.
we have to go.
I mean, it's also the place with I think this is the place that has the famous heart-shaped jacuzzi
Yeah.
and things like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
too.
there are those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine a funfetti cake, but the cake, instead of being white, is pink.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it threw up all over a building. That's where we're staying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like the tackiest, poppiest.
It's kind of cute, though.
It's actually like, honestly, I respect it because at least it isn't the like gray monotone nothingness that we
Most
see nowadays.
hotels.
It has
It-
personality.
It knows what it is, and it leans all the way into it.
Yeah, and I respect that.
We can say.
Yeah, if the Golden Girls went full Barbie,
Yeah,
That-
that's
yes.
perfect.
Yeah,
that is
that's
a
fair enough.
perfect.
Oh my god.
And each room is like themed differently.
Yeah.
So like,
Yes.
it's crazy.
We're taking so many pictures, y'all. You don't even know.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Uh, so, you pull up, and the parking lot is kind of decently busy. It's not totally full, like there's an event happening, but there's at least a fair number of other vehicles that are parked here. And you can see some people in the windows of various, some in rooms, some in like the common spaces that are walking around. Yeah.
This time, we are asking how long people are staying and how many people they know have left,
Sure.
or at least I will.
Who's talking to the
I can.
receptionist?
I mean, I don't know how much money you have, but I'm pretty sure of the original three of us, I'm the one with most of the cash.
I don't have pockets.
Not even like, if like little compartments that just like.
You should have little compartments. I think that would be
My
really cool.
gear goes in there. My hardware.
Oh, we should make some extra compartments. You can carry around like a messenger
We
bag
should
like
get you a
me,
bandolier.
a fanny
or a
pack.
backpack.
I don't have hips. I don't have a fanny for a pack to go
Okay,
on.
the fan, you can do it crossbody. Yes. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, a backpack,
What?
a messenger bag, a crossbody would work, and you could carry your own stuff.
Cassie has lost all like worry or like caution that she was like looking around, like looking at the tires, seeing how long like the cars had been parked, and is now like headed towards the gift shop immediately.
All right, I'll go get us depending on how we may want to save our money.
I'll stay in the van.
All right, you can also just you don't need a bed, so you could just be in the room with us, like
Chairs,
off in a
there's
corner.
table. I
I can
think.
also keep the van secure.
Good point.
I'd feel a little bad. Like I know,
I sleep in a bed.
right? I don't know. I guess I'd feel a little bad for the drone body, if that makes sense.
I could throw this thing off a cliff and be okay.
Please don't do that.
You got it.
Okay, but yes,
Kelly, you gotta get better.
I
at
get
this.
what you're trying to say. We can all share a room. I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. Just because I'm not gonna be making more money on this trip, and we gotta make sure that we have enough to get us to Oregon.
Yeah, I can probably help a little with that.
Yeah. Don't feel pressured. I have enough. So I go up and I'm gonna get us like a room.
Sure.
Yeah.
You walk in, and there is probably the most bored 19-year-old
Mm-hmm.
You've ever seen
yeah.
behind
Love
the
it.
counter.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the Madonna Inn,
Mm-hmm.
where your fantasies can become reality.
Well done. Can I get a room for the night?
Certainly.
Thank you.
And how many in your party?
3.
3. All right. And he like flips through a paper book.
Oh, right.
Wow.
But he goes, well, I have some choices for you.
Okay.
Would you prefer our safari themed room or a medieval themed room or a Jurassic themed room? All the rage nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Or we have our classic noir room.
Ooh,
Ooh, this is a very difficult decision.
they all sound very
They
fun.
all sound great. I'm torn between noir and Jurassic.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one? Let's go Jurassic.
Very good. And he shuffles some stuff around, and they actually do have like digital card reader
Oh,
key, like card swipe keys.
Mm-hmm.
And he feeds it into the thing and gets it magnetized, and then hands you 3 keys.
mm-hmm.
And then hands you a little pamphlet
Mm-hmm.
that's like instructions for pairing up with our local network.
Got it.
And he's like, there's breakfast in our cafe,
Mm-hmm.
starting at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And our restaurant this evening is open until 10.
Understood.
Food.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well, enjoy. And he kind of gives you the general, like, oh, if you go up this way and
Yeah.
up this elevator, you can get, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I like does the pamphlet also have like a map of the place on it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like make sure I kind of know where everything is, and I go back out, hand you 2 the keys. I'm like, all right. Yeah, we're in the Jurassic room. I assume there's gonna be some dino stuff in there. It felt applicable with the ostriches. I think I missed the ostriches, so I want to make up for it. Birds are. It's a crack theory, but birds are kind of dinosaurs. Kind of. They're like lizards. Kind of.
They sounded a lot like dinosaurs, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was very strange. They had this guttural thumping noise they made. It was very odd.
Hey, I'm just looking forward to eating something that isn't like jerky and snacks and stuff in the car.
Yeah. Their restaurant's open till 10.
So we have time.
Yeah, the
to eat
fancy
something
steak,
right now?
the fancy. I think it's a steakhouse place.
Yep.
And then they have breakfast in their cafe in the morning. So
Oh, coffee.
yeah. No coffee.
Nice. I want to get some food.
Kilo, I got
Hello.
your thing.
Oh,
So she pulls out of like the Madonna
gift shop.
Inn like gift shop bag, like a what's probably like a child's fanny pack. It's like bright pink. It's got some like rhinestone stuff happening, and then it's like the name kind of stamped on it.
Sure.
And so I'm like, so now you can have more pockets.
that certainly is pockets.
Yes.
It's one big pocket.
Please.
Okay.
I can't put that on myself.
Like she's gonna put it like crossbody and like slide it down enough that like it looks like your hands could probably get to it.
And Kilo just stands again, that like awkward kind of T-pose 3D model.
I love it.
Until Cassie's done, basically.
Yeah. It looks great.
I can't look down, but I am going to believe you.
She's gonna wind up her camera and like.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest taking a picture. Oh, there should probably be somewhere for you to get the photos done around here as well. And then I could have some time to scan and upload some of my sketches and stuff as well.
Mhm.
We should find out why there's a curfew.
Yeah, that's also concerning me.
Oh,
I mean,
I thought you didn't ask the poor kid at the front should know.
yeah, I guess, yeah. I'll ask him. I'll go back in and ask him. Maybe while we need to eat.
Food,
Yeah.
please.
While you eat, I think I will power down. I'm hungry and tired.
Did you ask about like if they had a pet policy? Am I gonna have to sneak Buddy in or?
If there's not a pet policy, I will find that out as well. And
Yeah, if not, Kilo, how comfortable would you be if Buddy slept with you.
I won't be present.
Right. I don't want to leave them alone.
I can sleep in the van if I need to.
No,
I
no,
sleep
no,
in here
no.
all the time.
I have some previous experience sneaking him in and out of places.
Oh.
So I can do that. It was just that would have been the easiest thing. But I guess find out if I have to sneak him in or not.
Will do. I
One German Shepherd in a trench coat.
just
With my
walking
fanny
on
pack.
his hind legs.
Oh my god.
I think I lead us to the restaurant, or lead them to the restaurant, and then I'm gonna go back and ask those 2 questions to the poor kid at the concierge.
I start ordering food. Just
Okay.
Go, girl.
Like, get me a steak, please. Just any steak.
I'm gonna also order a steak to go so I can give Buddy a steak.
Absolutely.
Smart.
And it's like classic steakhouse food, right? So
Mashed potatoes.
Garlic mashed potatoes.
Yeah, garlic mashed
Garlic
potatoes.
mashed potatoes. They got like
creamed spinach.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Love it.
What else? Oh, like oysters Rockefeller.
Oh wow,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can get the baked potato, and then they'll bring out like a caddy. of
Oh my god, with all the
condiments
Yes.
that spins around. You can
Yeah,
put
I
on
asked the
potato.
person, it's like, hey, can I have a steak to go? The rawest you're allowed to give me a steak to go?
The
You know,
server's
with the
like, okay,
Blue. Yeah.
sure, yeah, all
I think
right.
it's called, right? And she turns around and like asks.
I think so.
Okay.
Just vaguely introduce it to the grill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
Show a cow a match once, and then give me that.
like the fire just kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever you'd like.
Awesome.
The teenager at the desk tells you, I don't know why. They just told us we either have to be at our workplace or we have to show a local ID
Huh.
if we're going to be driving around tonight.
Okay. Is it just tonight? Who
I
is
mean,
it
it just started.
is it the National Guard military situation? Is it
I haven't been out. I've been working. We just got a phone call here, and we were supposed to tell all the guests that they are not allowed to travel out at night tonight. They can stay here, and that'll be fine. They're indoors, but they didn't want, I guess, people driving around or something.
Huh, all right. And then pets.
I'm sorry, was I being
No, you're fine.
too quiet?
Go ahead.
I think he probably looks at you and goes, "We're not supposed to have pets in the building,
Understood.
but
All right.
people are stuck here in a weird situation. So
No,
as
I
long as they don't make a mess,
appreciate it. Understood.
because tomorrow if they go to clean your room and it's full of pee and poop,
Oh yeah.
It's
No,
gonna be a
I would.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Thank you.
I'm just going to be sitting here at this desk doing
All
anything
night?
else. Well, my shift ends at 10. So
okay.
if you can get into your room in the next 4 hours, you'll be fine.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well, good luck out here.
Yeah. You guys too. Hopefully in the morning they let everybody drive on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so bad for us. We get to keep a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's
So-
true. You make more money. Yeah, I head back and I inform you of the on the down low pet policy that we need to, keep
Okay.
Buddy
Yeah.
Buddy secret.
Emily, the food was brought. Emily was starving, did not wait for you, and she's like halfway through her meal.
No, amazing. I get to the table. I'm like, oh, it's here, and I start eating as well. I'm like digging in. I think I would have I would have asked you for a steak with like a bone-in steak
T-bone.
that's like
T-bone.
and I once I eat all the steak off it, I pick up the bone and start
Yeah.
gnawing on the bone too.
I do that.
I also do that.
I do that in real life.
I do that in real life and in every game I play. Every character will do that now from now on.
No. My partner leaves the cartilage and stuff on the edges of the bone and like a little bit of the meat because they don't like feeling the bone on
yeah.
their teeth.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just Is it weird if I take it and finish it and just clean it off? Love it.
Yep.
Are you eating with us
Oh,
as well?
Like
Yeah?
also inhaling the food.
Love it.
Cassie loves food, especially when she
We
doesn't
get
have to pay
dessert.
for it.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
And then like whenever we finish, like Cassie very carefully folds up all the leftovers, like
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
very carefully so that they can be preserved and eaten as long as possible. Like each thing is separate so it
Yes.
doesn't like gooey up and it'll like last a longer time.
Does anybody order the signature baked Alaska dessert?
Oh my God, we gotta.
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
the whole table.
Just one for the whole table.
Yeah,
One-
we could
one or
probably
eight-
share
I mean, like you can each, but I'm saying everybody at the table wants some.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, a few minutes go by, and then out comes a parade of servers
Oh no.
that are carrying this big platter,
Oh no.
and it's got like sparklers coming off of
Oh,
it.
God.
And it's just the whole thing. And they come out and sing a song, and they place it on the
Yay.
table.
Oh my god.
And then
Ronnie
somebody
is
like
dying inside.
table
I love
side
it.
cuts it up and puts it onto plates to pass out to everybody, and it is just a mess of both baked and icy sugar.
It sounds delightful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's fantastic.
It's like meringue on top and everything. I
Well
think I've-
toasted, and you
yeah.
each get a sparkler that's
Yes.
got a little bit left on it, so it does its little thing in front of you for a minute.
That's so cute. I love it so much.
Do I need to keep track of how much I spent?
Well,
Yeah, how
I
much
have
is one room back then?
$700.
I would say room and dinner. It's probably gonna be like $150
That's fine. That's manageable.
because this was a big dinner. Everybody
yeah,
went
yeah.
big on dinner.
Yeah, I think we've earned it, and I think I also was like, I feel like you at the very least need to treat yourself because you're now stuck with a bunch of fugitives. So let's see. Trying to do math. I now have $550.
It's like, well, they're criminals, but they're nice.
To be fair, I'm a whistleblower.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm aiding and abetting criminals, which is a criminal act, but I did not do the criminal act that they did.
That's true.
It's semantics.
Are
Anyway.
there a lot of are there still a lot of people like out in the lobby and stuff? Since most of them I guess are stuck here and can't travel.
There's quite a few people that seem to be like hanging out in the bar area of the
Oh.
restaurant.
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
There's probably even like they've got like a karaoke thing going on. So it's there's somebody at the end that's like trying to sing Frank Sinatra badly. And then everybody's sitting there
Trying
kind
to
of
sing
going
my way.
Yeah.
yeah, like the slight wince
Like,
every time they
"Ooh,
don't get it quite right.
ooh." Love it. Okay. I think after I get Buddy to the room and we drop off our stuff, I'm gonna end up coming back down here for a bit. If
Okay.
that's okay?
Sure.
Okay.
You get up to the room, and inside is a bunch of big rock pieces on the walls. And what's not natural looking rock adhered to the wall is painted with like gaudy, big, primordial looking plants, right?
Okay.
But on a table just inside, there's 3 headsets, Neuroscape headsets that are sitting there, and it's like, feel free to log in and experience the true potential of your room choice. It's
Nice.
gonna be a great time, and like they give you some parameters and stuff for how to use
Like
the headsets.
instructions.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she'll set up how she usually does for Buddy, and usually like hotels and stuff will have like the little buckets that you're supposed to use to go to the ice machine outside and stuff.
Mhm.
But she fills that with like water and stuff like that. And Buddy knows already. Like they've been traveling together for a bit. And then leaves him nice and comfortable. Are you gonna stay here or are you gonna go down as well?
I think I'll go down. I don't. Cassie, do you think they know your face?
The teenager at the counter? I don't think so. No.
No, I'm talking about the center and the government.
Oh. I hope not. I did my best to hide it, but
Okay.
I feel like there would probably be posters or something. I don't know, but that's
If there's a physical description of you floating around out there, then people in the lobby could recognize you and report you.
We can dye your hair.
I don't think they saw my hair. I did a pretty good job of like hiding it because I
Okay.
didn't want to cut my hair very specifically. But we can do something with it. Oh, we can have like a dye party in the bathroom.
Oh, you are dyeing your hair.
I mean, we could all do it together. It would be fun. We could do different colors.
I hate that I'm actually considering this.
It would be so fun.
It would. If it helps, I would feel better if you all didn't look exactly the same way you did when you committed the crimes.
To be fair, I didn't blow anything up, so
Okay.
We already disguised Kilo. Like they look really different.
yeah,
now.
Kilo was fully white and did not have any artistic anything on them.
Oh, right.
And
And
now
they
You
have
all
a fanny
did that.
Now they're all dressed up. He's got an outfit and everything. He's got clogs and he's not gonna wear them.
Clogs and a fanny pack. Let's
Clogs
go.
and a fanny
Whole
pack.
outfit.
It's a whole outfit.
Or
I feel like that's the beginning of a
Yeah.
real weird party.
Correct.
Oh no.
are you staying in the room? Are you sleeping early? Or are you coming down with us?
I think if we're gonna all get hair dye, we definitely should go down and pick our colors.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll come down.
Okay.
All right.
When Emily goes down, she'll set up around where the bar is.
Sure.
And then essentially like ask people and stuff if they want her to like draw them and stuff like that, because
Sure, okay.
she has learned through her travels that people with alcohol in them usually will be more likely to say yes, and see if she can get any like couple of snacks worth of money out of that.
Nice.
Sure. Let's see. I have a question about how you're going about that.
Okay.
Are you trying to like coax people over? Like, are you standing there hawking your wares, like your artistic skills, or is it more of a you're just going to sit there and start to chat with people and be like, hey, I do some art, and
Yeah,
trying to more
probably the
impress them with
second,
the art.
because I don't want to get kicked out.
Sure.
So it's not like, hey, that
Right, right.
type of thing.
You're just doing it subtle.
Yeah, I'm trying to be subtle about it. So usually, like if I see a family or if I see couples or stuff like that, it'll be like, hey, like, I'm trying to like fund my trip. Trying to sound like also like a college kid, even though I'm probably like a couple of years,
Yeah. Everybody can pass for college kid for a while.
That's true,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah, so I'm trying to, like, give off that vibe. So it's like, hey, like, I'm, doing some traveling, trying to fund my trip. Like, here are some of my drawings, and I show some sketches. It's
Sure.
like, would you want me to, like, draw the two of you together? Or, that type of stuff.
You pretty easily get at least several over the course of a little while spent down.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Yeah. Why don't you roll? I'll let you do either empathy or agility
Ooh,
as your
empathy.
base roll.
Absolutely.
And then you have some art supplies or something. You have your
Yeah.
pencils or
Yeah, I have
Or
my
whatnot.
messenger bag with me.
so I'd give
Oh,
you
that died.
2 extra dice for gear.
Okay, so Yeah, I did drop one.
That's good.
Just don't step on it. Oh, it's okay. I have extras. I just don't want you to accidentally step on it because that would hurt you more than the dice.
Oh. My child has Legos. I've built up calluses.
Okay, I've got. Ugh, I rolled so many dice, but I got like 1 1 and 1 6.
Okay.
1 6 is a success.
But you got a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
I was just going to use this roll to kind of guesstimate how much you made, right? Like
Oh,
if you'd
okay.
rolled a bunch of 6s, then it would have been like,
Cha-ching.
oh, really
Yeah.
popular and you made a lot of money. But let's say you made probably $100.
Bet.
Nice.
Hell yeah, that's more than snack money.
Yeah.
You know, because the couples, you know, you're producing pretty good art, right?
Mhm.
That's the point, is you're not giving them garbage
Yeah.
or like the terrible like 5-minute caricature.
No.
Mhm.
You know, it's like you're actually doing a nice little sketch of couples that have come over, or you know, mom and dad like have their kids sit in front of you for a minute,
Yeah.
which is a little challenging.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, you get through it and you earn some basically tip money, right? You know, $20, $10, $20, and you make it up to
Love it. Thank you.
and you
Ah.
don't really attract any untoward attention from the management of the place. Like nobody's upset.
Yeah,
you're
I
doing.
probably will give a free sketch to whoever the bartender is.
Oh, sure.
Because they go through so much. And I probably ended up like doing most of them at the bar. Because like asked for some water and do that while I finished
Absolutely.
my sketches. Made one of them as well. It's like, hey, thank you for not like reporting me.
No, and like they're amazed, right? They're like, "Oh, that's so sweet," and like they go and tape it up behind the bar.
That is so
Cute.
cute. Okay, love it. What are you two doing?
Well, you know what? Before we get to you guys, when you log off, you notice that there's a message. Like when you log out of
Uh-huh.
the drone and
Yeah.
into just the neuroscape for
Yeah.
a minute, you have a message that's like, "Welcome to the Madonna Inn. If you are remoting in, you can connect to our various themed rooms. You know, it's a minimal charge, but you can experience the fun of the Madonna Inn from wherever you are, if you'd like to do so."
That's so funny.
And it gives you like the whole list of all their
Oh
rooms.
my god, dude.
As they're like scrolling by, like shortly before log out, Kilo does do exactly what I was doing over here, which is actually like going through our maps that we have in the van. And now that everyone knows at least a little bit more about what they're doing,
Mhm.
they go through and they circle San Quentin, Alcatraz, Chico on our maps.
Sure. Okay.
And then yeah, as they log off, and the Madonna Inn is like, you can come experience the rooms, laying in their like pretty, like I would imagine it has to be pretty fucking comfortable for someone to be in it 24 hours a day practically. Like
Yeah, it's a pretty advanced bed.
yeah, in their bed. And I think they're like actively still receiving medical care, just like laying there, just like flipping off nothing. As they're in their neurocaster and like slowly logging off, just like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to be in reality for like 5 minutes. And they
Okay.
take it off and they just lay in their bed and stare at the ceiling.
Absolutely. And as soon as you've fully taken off your headset, you are once again confronted with your stark white room. Yeah.
And they definitely like lay there and they're like, I wonder what it would be like to actually walk outside of here in my body for just a minute. And I think actually like hearing what Emily and Cassie were talking about, actually for the first time in a long time, wonder maybe having a metal body isn't enough.
Okay.
Maybe logging off a little, but for right now, A, not much they can do about it, and B, is what it is.
All right. What kind of party are you guys having?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I was gonna try and ask other people if they knew what the, like, just get the vibe from other people in the hotel and see if they knew what the curfew was about.
Sure.
See if they know who's ordering the curfew and why and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know if Ronnie is comfortable enough to do anything like get drunk or... I think dinner was enough of a party. I don't think Ronnie is
Okay.
looking for more of that.
Signing up for karaoke?
No.
Okay.
Again, Ronnie would need to be drunk for that, and Ronnie
Okay.
is not getting drunk.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Maybe when we get far away enough from LA.
Yeah. Maybe when we're in Oregon.
Maybe you'll learn that Kilo's a liar and does sing.
Oh, God. I hope so.
How serious do you want to get about asking these questions? Just casual, or do you want to? If you want more information, we'll do a roll. But if you're just casually asking, I'll give you a little bit.
I think I'm casually I want to casually ask it first for sure, and then let's see what I find with casual.
Sure. Basically, you gather that they shut down the roads
Okay.
at sunset, and they don't want people to be moving around.
Okay.
And if you're a resident of the town, they will let you get from like your place of business to your home.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to have to show ID if you get stopped. And they'll
Okay.
probably, they even talked about, people heard like, oh yeah, they're escorting people
Huh.
home from their places that are closing up, at Sunday, usual business closed. They were out in force. And it's like local sheriff department
Okay.
people.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And like everybody says, like they told everybody safe. Like it's not like a dangerous situation. They just need to keep the city shut down tonight.
I think I am gonna probe deeper. I'm gonna like sort of ask a few more. I'm gonna hone in on any leads that I have and kind of dig a little deeper. Yeah, and I'm not gonna push this roll because I don't have hope to spare.
Okay.
Is this wits? Empathy?
Empathy in this
Okay.
case.
Okay. That's 5. Okay.
Let's go, Duck.
Nope. No 1s, but no 6s. I
Okay.
don't get anything.
All right.
Oh well.
You got the general vibe because most of the people here are tourists.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I feel like I've gotten as much as I could get unless I went into town, and I'm not about to do that. So.
What's Cassie doing here?
I think just enjoying the Madonna Inn.
Yes,
I love it
good.
for her.
Good.
Wandering around, taking pictures of like whatever little tchotchkes are sitting around, like sitting in every weird big chair there is.
So many, too.
Yeah, and just like going in each room and like chatting with people a little bit, but mostly just like, wow, like just loving the difference and just the weirdness of it, just like basking in the weirdness.
Absolutely. Over the course of the evening, you end up like talking to this guy that's like, you ever been here before? Just casual conversation. When finding out you haven't ever been here before, he's like, oh, you got to come see this. And he like walks you down some stairs to the lower level and over to the men's room door. And he kind of knocks on the door and pushes it open and goes, anybody in there? And there's no response. And he goes, come here. Like he's not being, he is not giving out a creepy vibe.
Only because it's you, Dave. Okay.
No, I understand entirely. Yeah.
Cassie's like, okay.
And like just inside, you barely get inside the door, and there is like a wall that is just a big waterfall down over rocks. And then at about waist height, the rocks stop, and then it becomes like bathroom tile, and the water goes down a drain. And he goes, "That's the urinal."
Fuck.
Cool. Like, I think Cassie really, really likes that. I don't know why. But it's just like, that's amazing.
No, the urinal. Yeah, I knew
That is
exactly.
kind of
Yeah.
nifty, though. Honestly, like, that's kind of cool.
That is 100% true.
Getting back to nature. I like that. That's great.
It feels weird at first, but then you're like, "This is so much better."
Oh. I don't think. I wish I could try it.
Girl.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Well.
It's actually one of the dangers of using that men's room because it is really cool.
Splash zone.
No, because it's actually engineered so it
Yeah.
stops and then becomes a recessed-in cavern underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So you pee through the water,
Oh.
and it doesn't splash back at you at all.
Oh,
That's amazing.
that's really smart.
Yeah, somebody had a plan with
Yeah.
that.
And a
Weird
dream.
roadside
a,
stop.
A big
Yes.
ambition.
Someone achieved their dream.
Yeah. Cassie's gonna thank the stranger and just like, okay,
Yep.
this is great, amazing. Gonna like excuse herself, go up to the desk. Why doesn't the women's bathroom have a waterfall?
Oh no! May I speak to your manager energy?
And it's the same teenager that we
Yeah.
experienced before. It's just like,
Teenager who's
I
nice.
don't know. It's been that way since I was born. The women's room gets clamshell sinks, like big giant clams.
Cassie just looks really disappointed at him, like
Oh, supposed to be
like,
so.
like that look that you just like you are the most disappointing person I've met.
I'm sorry. I
That's fine.
don't know what to tell you.
It's not your fault, but you should definitely like tell the owner that they should make like the clamshells into waterfall clamshells or something. I would like to pee
That
in a
would make, like,
waterfall.
Big. You see that he's just now
I
puzzled,
lost it.
right? He's like, at first he was like, maybe like an ambiance waterfall. I could talk to them about doing that or something. And then you're like, I would like to pee in the waterfall. And they're like,
This kid.
all right,
Okay.
I'll pass the word
Thank you.
along.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rip that teen.
I know.
God.
So funny.
And then she like goes back and like hangs out for a little while longer, and then probably goes up and like crashes and sleeps.
Cool.
Customer service workers.
Yeah.
You're also strong.
You
Yeah.
probably get up there first.
Probably.
You see the loaner headsets on the table, and Buddy is kind of just sitting.
Yeah.
He stands up and wags his tail when you come in. Are you just planning to crash out?
Not that I'm gonna definitely play with Buddy now.
Sure.
Ignore the headsets; they are not part of anything that I'm noticing. Or well, I notice them, but I completely ignore
They're
them.
not real.
Yeah,
That's
I do really. I take pictures around the room
Sure.
and like, but yeah, I'm gonna try and get Buddy to sleep on the bed with me if I can.
I love it.
I'm gonna be your favorite.
Like he gets probably to the edge of the bed, and you're like, "Come here, come here," and he's like
No.
Okay.
upset because he's like, "You are inviting him, and he is trained not to."
Okay.
It's like,
So he's conflicted because he would very much like to jump up on the bed, but
It's okay. It's
he's
okay.
chilling.
Yeah, I pet him. I'm gonna lay weirdly on the bed so I can like pet him and sleep.
aw.
You're gonna wake up in the morning with like the one arm completely
Oh my
no
God.
circulation.
But also make it really awkward for whoever is sharing the bed with me because
Yeah.
laying like across the bottom.
Yes. Mhm. Everybody has to change the orientation
Oh
of their
my
sleeping to match you.
I'm a jerk.
You're probably next to the room.
Yeah.
You get there before Cassie's asleep. But
Okay.
Cassie's like laying there on the bed petting Buddy.
Oh, your baby. There's a good boy. Oh, how was your night?
Good. There's a waterfall that like in the men's room that you can pee in, but I can't use it. I'm very sad.
All right. Cool. Oh, cool. I think I just go to the couch.
Okay.
Because I think I see you. Are you lying on the bed at this point? But
Like petting the dog.
I think I'm like, if I sleep in that bed, I'm gonna kick her, and I really shouldn't do that. So I'm going to take the couch. So I head over to the couch and start getting ready for bed and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then you arrive.
Yeah. I get into the room. If you're not asleep yet, like I let you know, like sort of like what I was up to. It's like, hey, so I managed to get a little bit of cash. Just I do
Nice.
that sometimes, like sell my drawings and things
Oh,
like So I'll cover breakfast in the morning
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
with, it should be more
Yeah, it
than
should be
enough.
less than dinner.
Yeah. So it should be fine to use that. And then, we didn't actually spend any more technically, right? But yeah, so I just wanted to let you know. So it's fine.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I hope you had fun.
It was, yeah, it's been a bit since I've had like steak and stuff like that. Absolutely. It was really good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I felt like all of us, but especially you, we deserved a nice meal, especially after you found out about
Right.
this. Just
Right.
and I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know if you're gonna want to stay in this town, because that means you'll probably have to find another rides elsewhere. But you're not kidnapped, and you are free to go. You're free to not get back in the car. You are welcome back in the car if you want to be, but you risk. So
I appreciate you letting me know I wasn't kidnapped. I mean, honestly, I kind of begged all of you to let me get in the van.
yeah.
So being kidnapped wasn't my worry because I was
Fair,
the one that
fair.
begged you to get in the van. It was just a lot of things are making sense very quickly. And Cassie and I have a similar, I'm assuming you're asleep by this point because
Yeah. Like
okay.
clearly snoring. Not obnoxiously, but just enough to like, yeah, she's out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cassie and I have a similar end goal, but it's just so backwards that it's baffling that
Yeah.
it's sort of a similar thing because it's so,
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm definitely not on the artistic side of it, but I mean, I'm not averse to trying to make the world a better place in as little a way I can. Like,
yeah,
I get it.
it's just, I don't know. It's like I don't want to get rid of the neuroscape, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just sort of reminding people what they're leaving behind so that it's a more informed and conscious choice. And hopefully people, will come back and forth between the two a little more as opposed to just,
I mean,
leaving everything behind. And
yeah, I mean, it's a complicated issue, and it's nice being in there, but it's not. It is easy to get addicted, really easy.
I know.
And like, especially with the world being what it is, I don't know. I don't know. I hope that you and maybe Cassie hope that Cassie's methods leave something to be desired. But I genuinely hope that the stuff you're doing makes a difference in someone's life, and I bet it already has.
Thank you. I'm trying to get a lot of the photos and the sketches uploaded. So make a sort of, I don't know, like a gallery, I guess.
Yeah.
That people can visit through the Neuroscape to see places that they probably can't get to in person.
Mm-hmm.
As a way to sort of bridge the two.
Yeah.
But again, even though the motivations are very different, I think being with somebody who wants to do something similar is nice. I don't know how I feel about it. The cult and stuff. But it doesn't it just feels less harmful than other things I've come across, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of just, part of me really wants to help Cassie not, not be, not have this delusion, and then some of me is like, I don't need to touch that, and that's okay. And until it becomes a problem, it's fine. You know, it's I don't know. I've only known her for a few days, but it does feel like some kind, like anything, it feels like a
Coping mechanism?
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. So,
I don't know. Feels like she needs it.
yeah.
And yeah, it hasn't hurt anybody yet, so.
Yeah. It hurt it melted a big station, a big tower.
Right, but that's like a.
That's not a person.
That's not a person.
Yeah,
It can be
no, for sure.
rebuilt. Honestly,
Yes.
the corporations have the money to fix
Yeah,
it all up again.
like, I'm not upset about it. I'm more concerned that her first thought when she was like, I gotta get people unplugged, was, I'm gonna melt.
Burn it all down?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna burn something.
Yeah.
And like, that being her first instinct is the concerning part.
Yeah.
Like, the actual terrorism, it didn't hurt anybody, so I'm like, which, I don't know if that's a good thing, but I also, was in the military, and, you know, we did, it's not terrorism, because we're in the military, so, you know, it's fine. Anyway.
No, that makes sense. It's kind of like a wait and see situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think, you know, even with all the stuff you've all done and everything, you seem like good people, that have done crime.
I mean,
But your reasoning, and I can understand some of that. And the fact that, like, you want to open up, like, clinic and help other veterans and things like that. Like, it's noble, and it's something that I think, you know, you should work towards. And, like, Kilo just wants to find their body, and, you know, they're doing crime to get to the body, but it's also a crime being committed against them, not knowing where it is. And I think, I don't know, a little justified, which makes me feel a little less bad about traveling with fugitives.
yeah. I mean, whatever helps you.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're all good people. Please don't prove me wrong. Is
We'll
all I'm
do our
trying
best.
to-
We'll do our best. Yeah, we'll do our best. That's all I can promise, really.
Okay. And then, yeah, start getting ready for bed.
Sure. Okay. The beds are clean. The place is clean and comfy.
Oh, fluffy pillows, yes.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's actually a fairly big television in one of those big
Yeah.
cabinets.
Oh my god,
that
yes.
had,
Like a floor.
Yeah. That, like, if you relax for a moment around the cabinet, it will pinch your finger off.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, shh. Yeah. But
Gotta move the antenna a couple times, you know.
no, they've got cable
No,
here. This is
yeah.
a fantastic
Oh,
place.
right.
Hardwired in.
You've
Yeah.
got cable.
But you guys get off to sleep. No big deal. Yeah. In the morning,
Uh-oh.
Womp womp.
That inflection was.
Yeah,
No.
that's a concerning tone for,
Yes,
for the game
Dave.
master to have.
in the morning when you go to reconnect, you are greeted with this area is under interdiction message.
Interdiction?
What does this mean?
It means that there is some kind of a center control block on jumping into that local network.
Oh, shit.
So people from the outside can't connect to things inside of that area.
Huh.
Now, you can attempt to get around that. You're an
Yes.
engineer, you know things, but the general populace is not getting through.
Is not able to just
It's like
link in.
unto a quarantined website.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think they're startled but not surprised.
Mhm.
And I think they just do what they know, which is they also know that if they don't show back up in their drone, it will seem very bad after telling them all that yesterday.
Probably, yeah.
So, yeah, they're gonna just try and build a little mouse hole in that big firewall.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, the wits
Yeah.
based thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
In this case, it's taking place inside the neuroscape.
Yep.
So you can use your headset
Yes.
bonus.
That would be the processor or the network.
How are you trying to go about it?
I mean, I think that they are trying to, like, almost like pulling on a rope, knowing where they were last night, and
Sure.
like a well-trodden path, like just very carefully, very quietly trace it back in the code, trying to just like find
Okay.
if they had stayed on their drone the whole night, like basically mimic that to their best of their ability. So
Gotcha.
deftly.
Sure. I would give you network.
Okay.
Probably.
Great.
Because you're trying to sneak along a random series of ports,
Yeah.
as it were.
Oh, good.
Do it!
You can do it.
Okay. Everyone, this is the best roll I've had in this game. It is the opposite of the worst roll
Hell
I've had in
yeah.
this game.
Oh.
That is 3 6s.
Wow!
No ones.
Okay. So it required 2.
Woohoo!
So congratulations, you did it.
Congratulations, you done it.
With your extra success on top of that, would you like to show off? Get it done quickly? Get it done quietly? Or discover something unexpected?
Ooh.
I think because they're so on edge after yesterday and seeing that whole cavalcade of trucks, I think quietly is the intention here.
Very
choice.
good. I like to offer all the options.
No, and trust me, I genuinely was like, but
Discover something unexpected.
yeah, it's really
Yeah.
spicy.
It's
But
like, ooh.
I think Kilo, especially because they were met with the message, they're already paranoid. So
Very good.
quietly is the way.
You digitally tiptoe your way back into your drone. And you reconnect before anybody else gets out.
Yeah. And immediately, especially after that wake up, they start to do a like multi-point inspection on the van.
Okay.
Just like working it all over, making sure everything is exactly as it was supposed to be, like checking everywhere. And sparing like almost nothing other than like if Cassie had a spot that was like with a lock on it, they'd be like, okay, sure. But like everywhere else, they're going through and going, okay, no cameras here. There's not a secret drone here, because now they're paranoid.
Sure.
Yeah, no, there's nothing that has like a lock on it. I feel like there's like in the back, there's like she probably has like Tupperware tubs that have like her clothes in there,
Sure.
so she lives in the van, and then just like
They're not going through that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, the water sump and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
You begin that
Yeah.
process. You're fine. In the hotel,
Mhm.
who wakes up first?
Probably me.
Okay. Do you wake everybody else up? Or-
No, I wake up. I think I'm getting ready, and I kind of just on autopilot look out the window. I kind of I'm being quiet, but if I wake someone up, I'm not gonna be like it's oh well.
Sure. Probably out the window, you actually see Kilo, like, reaching into the wheel wells of the van, and,
Yeah.
like, moving around the van.
That's concerning.
And you actually probably hear a little bit. You see there's a couple other people out there that are, like, putting suitcases into cars and that kind of stuff. But in the hallway through the door, now that you're awake, you actually kind of hear some people talking.
Can I go listen at the door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. It sounds like it's some people that are commiserating, right? Like, it's like, oh, yeah, you weren't able to do it either. Oh, yeah, I mean, us neither. Yeah, that's terrible. We're going to go complain. That kind of thing.
Oh, waterfall.
About the waterfall.
About the
yeah.
waterfall.
It's all about the
Oh my
waterfall.
god damn. Cassie started another cult. Now it's a waterfall cult. I think I'm just going to I think I shake you awake and I just let you know that I'm gonna go check on Kilo and then and I'll meet you for breakfast at the cafe and
Okay.
stuff like that. You and Cassie. And then yeah, I pack up and head back out to the van.
You, on your way out, you walk past the, like, reception area, and there's, like, a collection of people that are all standing there. Like, you know, the first group you see, it's like a couple, and they're both wearing, like, the Madonna in pink robes.
Oh, good, great, yeah.
And one of them's holding a headset and, like, shaking it at the front desk. And the person behind the front desk is now a middle-aged guy, right?
Mhm.
And he's like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's happening with that. Seems like there's some kind of a network error. Like, there's nothing we can do about that. Like, we're happy to refund part of your stay for virtual services, but you still did sleep here. So, like,
yeah.
we're a business. I can't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I maybe like go up to one of the people in line and I'm like, so, what's wrong? What's happening?
Well, in the middle of the night, all of our headsets shut down. We couldn't
Huh, that's
do
weird.
any, like, it won't let us connect or anything.
That's weird. I'm so sorry. Okay. And I just head out to the van and I'm like, huh, okay, this is concerning.
Good morning.
Hello. You seem very active.
I went to bed early.
Okay. Are you aware of the weird, like...
The introduction? Yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh, I probably shouldn't be out here, should I? It's inside, isn't it? It's not just connecting into drones.
They're not, like, people inside aren't able to connect. Yeah,
I'm gonna go inside of the van now.
yeah, yeah, okay. We're gonna get out of here probably, I think we're gonna get breakfast to go. We'll see you in a second.
They don't even say anything, literally. He just
Yeah.
sits down in the van.
I think I'm also on, like, high alert now, so I'm like, no small talk. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have time for that shit. And so I'm gonna, yeah, I think I go, I go to the cafe and I order some tea for myself, cause I'm not a coffee person. And then I order some like 2 or 3 meals, two meals to go. Like one's like classic breakfast pancake stuff, and one's like stuff that I guess pancakes keep pretty well. Something that'll keep well in the van. And then yeah. I wait for you guys.
Yeah. I tend to feed Buddy in the mornings around the same time every day, so he's become sort of like an alarm clock. He'll like move me with like his little snout, like, "Hey, it's breakfast time." And so I always, after a while, your body just makes you wake up at the same time.
Absolutely.
So I get up, I take some of the food out of like my bag so that Buddy can eat and have some water while I wake Cassie up and we start getting ready to go. Yeah, you definitely slept in a real weird position. And so she's just like, hey, let's start getting ready to head out.
Okay. Oh, like stretching, like even though she slept in like a very weird position, like seems fine, like because it's an actual bed. Even if she slept on it weirdly, it's much more comfortable than the van would ever be.
Yeah.
She's a Disney cartoon character, and I'm not upset
No,
about
yeah.
it.
She like immediately starts pulling the leftovers out of the little mini fridge and starts eating that for breakfast. Like,
Oh, I thought we were gonna get some breakfast from here. You should probably take that so we can have it later.
yeah, I don't have a lot of cash, and I'm starting to feel a little guilty about having Ronnie pay for everything.
I'll pay for breakfast. I offered to pay for breakfast. That's
Are you sure?
okay. Yeah, totally.
Oh.
I think it's better if we have food in the van just in case.
I have a cooler. Yeah.
Okay.
She like does the thing where she like takes a bunch of ice from the ice machine and like fills the cooler and comes back and fills it again and like so the cooler's super filled with ice so it'll keep everything good for a really long time.
Love it.
Yeah.
She takes advantage and like has a really nice shower.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think Cassie probably does that too.
Yeah.
Like Ronnie's probably like, oh my god, it's been like 90 minutes.
Ronnie, I think, took a shower last night.
Okay,
I think Ronnie may have foreseen this. And was like, I'm gonna get this done with now.
The next thing the hotel is gonna be like, why are we out of hot water? I don't understand. We have enough for many, many people.
I love it. But yeah, and we get ready, we start packing up. I grab Buddy, pick up everything. Probably like I would have like a water bottle, like the reusable metal one. So it's like I fill that up, put ice in it too so that it keeps. We start heading down.
Cool. You get down to the cafe in the morning. Ronnie's sitting there with 2 to-go boxes.
Yeah, I'm like eating some from one and like chugging tea, and I have like a to-go thing of tea too. And I'm like, we should probably get out of here sooner rather than later. There seems to be an interdiction. Basically, people can't connect to the neuroscape.
That's wonderful. They can't log in.
Yeah, except hold on, except that also interferes with Kilo's connectivity. So I'm actually not sure how Kilo got back into.
So Kilo can't log. Oh, so Kilo was able to log back in.
Kilo was, I don't know, I assume some engineering shit. But
look really
we
smart.
can't, if it's, he will either have to pretend to be a drone, like a robot, not like a full robot that is locally controlled, or can't be seen, because in theory, no drones that are controlled by people outside of the area, or even inside the area, can be active.
I think Kilo can totally pretend to be a robot. I thought he was just a robot when I met them.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah, it wasn't until a little bit after that I realized there was a person in there, and then I felt really bad.
Are there driving robots or just driving drones?
Well,
Probably they exist.
you can drive.
Yeah. No, I'm. Yeah.
But it's more to say, like, could I reasonably be a robot?
They're probably pretty expensive.
Okay.
Because localizing all of the hardware that would actually be able to make it function and drive
Makes sense.
is a lot. I mean,
Cool.
look at all the major car companies that are trying to figure that out right now.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
it's a lot. So to make it in a portable, walking around drone that can also drive is even more.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's likely that a beat up early 90s van would have a robot driver.
Kilo is very much going to be a hide until we get out of the area sort of situation.
Now, it's not like super beat up.
What?
Like it is not like a chauffeured livery
not.
vehicle. It
Definitely
is not.
does not look like we could afford
Yeah,
a
yeah.
driving
No,
robot.
agreed.
So
It's not
funny.
falling apart. It is not in
It is
condition.
well maintained.
Oh, I love it.
Sure.
Uh,
But it's 6 or 7 years old. It's
Yeah.
not a luxury vehicle.
No, yeah.
So
Ours lasted until it was like 14 years old. So
Yeah.
we just like stretched out a little bit. Okay, sorry.
yeah. And you've said repeatedly that you take care of it.
Yes.
So I'm not suggesting it looks like a death trap.
Also, I
It's
have a
just-
mechanic now.
I love that. Yeah, so we get.
Mhm.
I grab some coffee to go,
Sure.
and then grab some extra bacon for Buddy,
Okay.
and they like bacon. And then I guess we'll head outside then.
Yeah. We head out. I'll hop in the driver's seat.
Kilo is in the small privacy area that doubles as kind of a bathroom. Just standing in there too, not sitting, just standing like someone like walking into a room and finding someone just standing in an open closet.
Uh,
Horrifying.
Kilo, I'm
Blair
pretty
Witch
sure.
Kilo.
Correct. Jump scare.
Oh my
The
god.
first thing you see when you open the slider.
Yeah.
Just Kilo.
Hello.
That kills me. Hey Kilo, I'm pretty sure if we keep the blinds in the back closed, you can sit in the furthest back seat and it'll be okay.
I don't need to sit.
I know, but this is just a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I would
That's
personally
kind of par for
prefer
the
it.
course with Kilo.
I would personally prefer it if you sat. If that isn't too much trouble for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
God, you're gonna domesticate him. I'm driving the van.
Okay.
Kilo goes and sits behind Ronnie.
He notices it first.
Just maximum creepy.
Yeah.
Valid. Yeah.
I know you say it's not a chauffeured vehicle, but I'm going to point out how little Cassie drives in her own car.
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
So hilarious. God.
Cassie has drivers. Okay.
Drivers.
Yeah.
Why make friends if they won't drive for you?
Good people for that.
So you get to the highway on ramp,
Mm-hmm.
and up the road,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that it is still blocked off with official vehicles.
Okay.
It seems like you could make your way through the town,
Mhm.
Okay.
and get around where they have a checkpoint set up.
Okay. I wouldn't like they wouldn't spot me like turning around and think that was weird, right? Or,
No, like you're like crossing a bridge,
Mhm.
and then you have to go down a ramp. To
Got
get
it.
on the
So I
highway.
just don't go down the ramp. And
So
don't
yeah,
go-
you
for sure.
were able to see this from the bridge up the road a ways.
Got it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go into town then.
Was anybody that wasn't driving looking out the window?
Yes. Well,
Oh,
not out
yeah.
the window because I'm
Yeah,
hiding.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing the peek through the
Yeah,
thing.
to do the
Sure.
curtains,
That's totally fair.
absolutely.
But you guys see, you didn't get a chance to see because you're trying to not run
Yeah,
into
for
anybody
sure.
because there's a bunch of guests that are all trying to like get on the highway and get going
Mm-hmm.
and all that. But you guys see, it looks like local sheriff vehicles, and they have it down to one lane. But standing there, it looks like there is a woman in the full sheriff smoky hat and a tan
Yeah.
jacket.
Yeah.
And next to her is a large drone.
Oh no.
Like
Okay.
6'5".
Like a military. Or
It
mo-
looks
fi-
advanced.
I
It is
think-
not painted in like camo military
Mhm.
colors or anything, but it looks very
Yeah.
humanoid, not cutesy with a big head,
Yeah.
right? Like it is proportioned like a 6'5" human.
Mhm.
And it's standing there, and there's other officers that are actually conducting the checkpoint.
I think as soon as Emily spots the drone, they like pat over Kilo like, hey,
What?
Hey,
What?
there's look, peek through the curtain. Do you recognize what that drone's supposed to do? You were a drone doctor person before,
It's
right?
called an engineer.
I knew that.
Okay.
You're right behind me.
Hello.
You just hear them. Yeah.
So,
Just talking behind your neck.
Yeah.
what engineering stuff did you do specifically before?
Most of Kilo's actual like engineering interfacing with drones happened during the war.
Okay.
I think what they were doing for Sentre was more like structural as far as the neuroscape goes, like which
Okay.
is why they like went
network
to
engineering.
the tower before that they then
Sure.
destroyed, and they did not have a lot of hands-on experience with the drones from Sentre.
You can immediately recognize it is not a military drone you've ever seen.
Ooh.
Well, I can tell you that I'm not familiar with this particular model.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a thing. How new does it look?
It's very shiny.
Oof.
Something that new, I wouldn't want to get too close.
Okay. We can drive around it, right?
I'm taking us through town. I'm hoping they don't have a roadblock on the. We can take back roads and then get on the highway out. Like,
The other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's my plan.
Easy, right? You guys get across the bridge and you're out of sight of the roadblock now. And it's actually kind of busy, right? It looks like there's a bunch of younger people that are driving beat up cars towards the college campus. It looks like there's a fair number of people that they're getting up and going off to their day jobs in town, because it's a big enough town that it's still functional.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm,
It hasn't slid off into, well, there's no businesses left kind of territory yet.
mhm,
It's also a common place for travelers to stop for gas,
mhm.
right? Because the LA crowd can get this far on a tank of gas.
Yeah.
So it's busy. It's lively, right? You can see that there's little cafes and restaurants and the usual array of fast food joints of Burger King and McDonald's and stuff along the drag that have people waiting in the drive-through lines. And you get on up the road. Let me make a roll.
Uh-oh. Womp.
Okay.
Womp, womp.
So you are sure that at this point you are past where that roadblock was.
Okay.
And you haven't seen an unusual amount of authority on the streets that you're driving through here?
Yeah. I'm gonna start heading back to the highway and get back on the highway.
Sure. You managed to get to an on-ramp. It is not blocked off or anything weird, and you don't see anything farther up the road that you can tell.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, seems clear.
Hey, do you think that whatever the cops and stuff were doing in town had anything to do with the caravan and the drones on the road?
I don't know. I mean, the problem with being on the run from the law is we can't exactly. We just have to avoid any and all law enforcement,
Right.
and so it doesn't matter if it was us or not us. I don't know.
Just assume it is type of thing?
Yeah,
Mm.
which
That makes
is
sense.
annoying for amount of information we have.
We have to come up with a plan because eventually we are going to need to go to populous areas
Yeah.
and be there. So I think Cassie's idea of disguising me is a good first step among others.
I mean, we were gonna dye our hair in the bathroom. Maybe we could still do that.
I mean, I'm not wanted, so
That's true.
yep.
That's true.
It would be.
Yet.
No, don't say that.
Don't. We gotta have at least one person here who is not gonna get
The power of
convicted.
I do think if, for the time being, we do have to talk to law enforcement or anything for any reason, I should probably be the one to do that
Mhm.
because I'm not.
Wanted.
Yeah.
Emily, have you ever done a lot of spray paint work?
Done some back home when I was younger.
Would you be able to make me look like an older model?
Yes. Yes, I can definitely do that. It's gonna be actually a little fun doing art on not a flat surface for it's been a while. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do that. She's very excited about the prospect of painting on you.
And Kilo, like, there's no, like, overt joy or excitement. It's very, like, factual, but also it is definitely a, like, okay, we've checked that off the list. What's next?
I do still think it's a good idea for you to like dye your hair. Even though if there is facial recognition software, it won't do a lot. If they do have a description written down, then that won't match anymore.
Mhm.
But yeah, I can teach you how to do makeup. I carry mine with me. If either of you would want to do that.
Makeovers.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like mine if you don't like the sparkly, because she does have like the icy blue
Yeah,
sparkles
yeah.
all over her lids. And then like the purple lipstick.
Oh, the
Um,
90s.
No.
But so it doesn't have to be like this type of makeup. I could also do like maybe change your nose shape a little bit, or contour and stuff like that can do a lot.
You can also make them look old like you're doing to me.
Yeah,
Haha.
it's
I
an
mean,
idea at least, and you don't have to have it on all the time, but it's like if we're gonna get off at a very populous area, maybe do it real quick in the van, and then just you could always wash it off, and you don't need to have it on while we're driving or traveling and like little side of the road towns
Yeah.
and stuff.
My concern is,
I don't want to go to jail.
yeah, my concern is IDs.
Mm.
Anytime they're checking IDs, actually, would I have a fake one? I don't know. That's up to you.
That seems entirely plausible.
That seems very
I feel
plausible.
like I'd have at least one fake ID from how I'd have at least one fake
You
ID.
specifically have talked about running a shady doctoring business.
Yeah, I have
For
at
some
least
time,
one,
yeah.
if not more. I'm
Well,
like,
in a town okay, this is a college town, right?
Mm.
We can totally get Cassie a fake ID
it's true.
because not that I ever did it, but you want to drink when you're younger, that's what you do.
No, I totally agree. Yeah.
We could dye your hair and then go get you a new fake ID, and it'll have a fake name and you'll look different.
Well,
in
this
it.
is an excellent plan. I don't plan on being in this town long enough for someone to produce a
I agree.
false
We
identity.
should we'll get a fake ID maybe somewhere else. And until then, I can use mine and you can use your real ID because it's not connected to anything. And then we'll get you one and then just dress Kilo up and there we go.
Make it like so you look like a different kind of robot, maybe.
Well, you can't change the model type. There are some hurdles to that, but
Hmm.
most people don't know enough.
Okay. What's the next place that's big enough where we'd be able to get Cassie a fake ID if you don't want to do it here?
Well, I might have something that could work. She like goes through and like dives in the back and is like moving stuff around. And she pulls out the little box you saw last time
Mhm.
and like opens it and then like pulls out what's clearly like an older ID. And then it's not her picture, but it looks a lot like her. It's like clearly like her sister, like
Mhm.
who's like maybe a little older, but it's also an old ID, so it like looks about the same now. I could maybe use this for a while. It's pretty close.
Yeah, I might be able to make you look more like that with makeup.
Okay.
What name is on it?
Okay, that's a great question.
Not yours.
Not mine. Another name.
What's the last name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably it's not Nyx.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, I think it's probably.
Did you say your sister? You
I
said that, right?
I didn't say it. I'm like
Okay.
this one.
It's something we would assume.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's very
okay.
clearly like someone who is very closely related, like maybe
Related.
a cousin. Yeah.
Right.
So I think that would be like give me like 2 seconds to think
Yeah,
of a
no,
name.
no, cook on it. And Kilo actually goes and gets the maps that have been like very meticulously and nicely put away. Like usually, you slide it into the back of the driver's seat.
By the end of any trip, it's barely holding together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been like meticulously placed there, and like all the pages are all nice and even, like someone straightened it out before putting, because Kilo's normal, takes it out
Aren't we all?
and puts it in the middle and flips it open, looking at the maps. And I think if anyone is looking, would see that there are now, as they are skimming through, small marks on locations that weren't there
Oh.
before.
The name of the thing is Stephanie Roberts.
Oh.
That person does look like you, Cassie.
Yeah.
That's funny. I went to college with Stephanie Roberts.
Did you?
That's really funny.
It's totally fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
Okay.
weird or anything.
I tried to pick a very like
Yeah,
generic, like normal, very normal.
Jane Doe,
Yeah,
but
not-
spicier.
yeah, a little spicier.
So the next town up the road of any size is Atascadero.
hmm Yeah,
And then above that would be Paso Robles.
yeah, and those places are not college towns.
No. But depending on what effort you want to put in yourselves,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have camera equipment.
Yeah. And I probably know, I know at least kind of how to go about getting a fake ID, if not knowing how to make I probably don't know how to make one myself, but I probably know how
No,
to ask
I
around
was
for one.
definitely underage drinking with a fake ID.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
completely.
Yeah. Okay, but so you definitely don't want to stop here.
No. Well, we're out of San Luis Obispo.
I mean, this conversation can have been going on while you're driving.
Yeah.
Before you get to the freeway. That's fine.
Yeah, I think not here, but maybe in one of the towns up ahead, one of the big places.
Okay. Yeah,
We
I
should
guess we'll
definitely
do
get-
what we can until then.
We should definitely get the ID thing straightened out before San Francisco.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, by the way, I actually would very much so like to stop in San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to get some photos as well.
I've also always wanted to visit. I've never been.
Sounds like a good enough idea to me. All right, so we'll keep going then.
Get on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Start on drive north. Traffic is light.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple cars going the same direction as you. Probably because they're all filtering through the one lane checkpoint. So there's probably a bad traffic snarl back there, but for you, it's beneficial. You get 10 miles or so, and you see that there's what once was a billboard for something, you can't tell, that has now been painted over, not like professionally changed, but not horrible. It doesn't look like it's just been tagged and is destroyed, but it looks like people with spray paint cans and then like a vague bit of artistic talent, paint this guy's face. And it's like, come to Atascadero, meet Roy.
Who is Roy?
And
Kilo just says out loud.
It's just a picture of probably 35 to 40-year-old guy with sort of a buzz cut. Yeah. That's all the information that's on the billboard.
Do we think that Roy is single and looking to mingle, or is this a business transaction?
It does not give any information. on there.
I'm hoping the latter, because the former makes me very uncomfortable. Okay.
I don't know. People get desperate, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Hey, okay.
How far away are we?
You
from the
probably got
next-
another 10 miles
Okay.
to go before you get to
Nice.
Atascadero itself.
Come meet Roy. Please.
And after that first billboard, it seems like they start popping up more.
Oh no, more
But
of
like
him.
even the signs that are like on the side of the road, like cleanup sponsored by whatever,
Roy.
it's just a picture of Roy's face on there.
Oh gosh.
And yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's mingling. I think it's business. And if it is mingling, this is taking it too far.
I don't know, in some of the smaller towns where the corporations don't have a huge presence, it'll be like an individual with a lot of money
Yeah.
who kind of ends up taking over everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
money.
What does that tone
Roy.
indicate?
Roy might have money.
Yes.
Yeah, if they have money.
We're not stealing money.
Why not?
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh. No.
I don't steal money. Generally, I find that if you are nice enough to people, sometimes they just give you money. And you can do art there, and they might pay you for the art.
Maybe.
For
but
sure you could paint Roy's picture better than these signs.
yeah.
I mean, we have been spending cash pretty quickly, and if we're going to San Francisco, it's going to be very expensive. We're gonna need some...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not excited to find out what kind of fetch quest Roy is going to send us on in order for him to give us some money.
We also need spray paint.
Yeah. And an ID.
Apparently Roy has a supply of spray paint.
Yes, spray paint, and Kilo literally points at the sign as it passes by.
Well,
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, all right. To
I
Roy.
feel like we have to, yeah, we'll check out the town, see what state it's in. This Roy guy is in charge of the town, or controlling most of it with money. Then we should be able to tell pretty quick if he's like a bad person or not, depending on the state of the town itself, right?
in theory.
Yeah. Then we'll play it by ear.
I mean, do you have a better idea of how we're supposed to survive in San Francisco with a couple $100?
Not to invite calamity, but Ronnie, what's the worst that could happen?
You know, that's fair, I guess. All right, fine.
Right. And you
Roy it is.
also have services you can render. Let's just head in and see. Look.
Okay.
Let's look around.
You're a doctor.
I know that.
Oh.
I know that's what was
What
being
did
referred.
you think I was applying?
No, they just they look
No, it was.
confused.
It was I know that's what you meant. It just
Oh.
was. It was the tone was definitely not implying
I thought-
that.
Yeah, I thought you just forgot you were a doctor. I didn't. Yeah, what? You just look confused.
With the, I might have. Okay. I'm driving and I just. Oh God. Yeah. Let's go squeeze some money out of Roy, I guess.
We'll figure something out.
I thought you were specific about not doing that.
No, I like
Not.
not stealing.
Sorry.
Are you? Did you mean the squeeze comment? I'm not. God damn it.
Oh, that took me entirely too long to grasp.
Cassie's like, wait, I thought you said not.
You were not doing that.
Ronnie is like, Ronnie can't thump their head against the steering wheel because they're going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So they're just going to groan.
2's the highest tension, right?
Yeah, it is.
Just checking.
So you get to the point where you kind of emerge from the hill that leads down into, because the Atascadero is more in the valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking down on the city, and you can see that there is a big warehouse, just sort of on the edge of town, huge. But you can see that painted on the roof of the warehouse, like the full size, like one of those giant Amazon warehouses, but this is years too early for that, is what looks like a Roy postage stamp. Like, it's like that kind of a pose where he's like looking to the side, but it's clearly the same face you've seen 50 times by now. And that's the whole roof of this giant warehouse.
Does the warehouse have any other signs on it?
You can see some stuff, but you can't read it from here.
Okay.
Like, it's human scale, not see it from space.
Yeah. I think Ronnie's just like, is this like normal for towns smaller than a city? I feel like I basically grew up in LA. I didn't grow up in a small town. Is it normal for some guy that has all the money to just plaster their face? Oh, I guess that is normal in
Yep.
LA, isn't it?
It's very normal in
It's-
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I do that.
I honestly,
Do you have any billboards, Cassie?
do you?
Oh no, I can't afford those yet.
Well, perhaps we can recruit a very talented artist to start making you billboards.
Oh, that could be a thing.
Yeah, because plastering Cassie's face everywhere is a great idea.
We don't have to use Cassie's face. We can just promise people awakening.
Yeah, that is such a good idea.
Wait, I thought you didn't agree with the whole
No.
thing.
Oh my god!
But
Like,
then why are you?
so spray
I'm so
paint,
confused.
and like all we
I'm
have to do is
just like-
stop every time we see a billboard. That's a silly
You
thing.
just hit the cruise control button
I'm
for me.
doing breathing exercises at the front.
I think Emily is legit confused about like the dynamic of this group.
It's a lot of animosity. It's a lot of friendly, sometimes animosity.
Yeah, because Kill seemed very like opposed to it,
Yep.
and then right now they seem to be like fueling the fire. It's like I don't even know what they think. That's okay. That's fine.
Kilo's purpose in life is to annoy Ronnie, I feel like.
And so chaos.
Yeah. So
Emma, you gotta help me come up with like a color palette, like a brand identity.
Okay.
What about a sunrise?
So pretty. Like people are waking up to the sunrise. Oh, you are so good at this.
I'm not an artist.
I feel like you have the heart of one.
I don't.
I mean, I feel.
They like knock on their chest, bunk, 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 bunk. Nothing.
Cassie laughs at that, like genuine laughing. Like they think that like
Like,
Kilo's
such a funny
actually
joke.
joking, but maybe they are, maybe they're not. Who knows?
No, but honestly, just the person with the most money taking control over everything else is pretty standard.
yeah, it's kind of
Now,
a theme.
Most of
Pacifica,
them
isn't it?
don't just put their face everywhere, right?
Yeah, the face thing is new, I think. The face thing's throwing me off. Because usually it's just like the name.
right.
This is a whole new level.
It's very it's definitely a guy who thinks a lot about himself. Or like very highly of himself.
Again, are we sure we want to entreat with Roy?
I just want to find paint.
Yeah.
We could go buy paint at a paint store. We don't have to
Yeah,
retreat
we'll,
with the
we'll
guy
go.
who
We don't have
owns
to
half the paint
meet
store.
him.
You've traveled far enough now
Mhm.
that you can feel that the interdiction business is done.
We are out of the San Luis Obispo interdiction zone. That is very bad that that was happening. We should find out why.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that we could hook into the neuroscape out here or like it might even be in like actual newspapers or something.
You think people have... Never mind.
Well,
Cool.
I can talk to Roy.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. I still think we should just look around the town first and get a vibe
Yes.
before deciding if we're going to talk to Roy. Just in case.
Okay.
And spray paint.
And get some,
A lot.
Okay.
get some paints and
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Seven.
I'm taking
Driving
us
into
into
town.
I'm driving us in. Yeah.
It looks clean. It does not look like it's a burned out husk like San Ynez.
Great.
Phew.
The town itself seems totally fine, except there aren't any people.
Oh,
What?
okay, never mind.
You don't, there's cars parked in parking places. It does not look like an apocalypse happened. There's not, crashed cars at the intersections. The street lights
So
are
it
working.
just looks like they vanished out of thin air.
Well, I mean, it doesn't it doesn't look like that because there's not like a car with like the door open.
Okay.
It doesn't look like the people were taken. Like there's
Does
not
it
trays of
look
food at
like-
the restaurants tossed on the ground.
Like it's just that everybody is indoors type of.
Maybe, or
Okay.
everybody just got
What?
on a bus and left.
Everyone met Roy.
So the moment that we start to like drive through town and Kilo sees like
Not a single.
not a single person, he turns and looks at Emily. We're certain that we can't just take things.
We're certain we want to stop here.
Well, I would. I guess you are all already criminals, so you could take things. I don't want to become a criminal.
Crime is a construct created by the upper classes to control the masses.
There's
I
money.
still think stealing is wrong.
Fair.
But I mean, I'm a little more worried about like what the hell.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what's concerning me. Where are all the people? Did Roy eat them? What's going on?
it does feel a little like we are
Maybe they
now in
all
a trap.
met Roy.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe that's why Roy is putting out the signs. Maybe he's just lonely because nobody's here anymore.
Maybe, yeah, Roy is the only person here. But the town looks too clean to have been left alone for
I'm
too
not
long.
stop. Okay,
It
the
looks
last
like lawns have been mowed. It looks like trash has been. It's not blowing around.
Are there more like signs of like Roy this
Absolutely.
way?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Like the streets, like where it would normally have had like a street name, it's like Roy and an arrow. And in the windows of businesses, there's like the posters. Like we get it around here in LA for Shen Yun that seem
Yeah,
to
oh
pop up
God.
everywhere.
yeah.
It's just Roy posters stuck in windows.
Listen, unless all three of you tell me to stop, I am not stopping in this town. The last
We
time we
need
stopped in a weird
supplies.
town, we almost got trapped in the weird town.
To be fair, that happens every time we stop.
I thought
Okay,
that
but
Madonna
there's a
was-
difference between it being a weird cult town thing and it being like a cop presence
Ronnie, there's no one here to stop us.
that we can see.
I mean, we outnumber Roy 4-1.
Kilo's going to try and roll down a window.
Oh.
You crank down a window,
Yeah.
totally fine.
Does the city sound quiet?
Yeah.
Does it smell weird?
No,
Okay.
Hello?
What is
No, my
Buddy
God.
doing?
but he's just sitting there amongst you.
Okay.
Dogs.
Yeah.
But
When you roll down the window and the wind starts blowing in the window, Buddy's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
because it's
But
interesting.
Kilo does fully like yell out the window. I mean, I don't think that his voice is meant to carry very far, but he can yell enough.
Yeah, let's. We can probably stop by a store and then see if there's anybody inside.
All right.
So,
But-
and if there is, then we get our spray paint.
You don't see any response to your yelling out the window.
No one's home.
Yeah.
We
Is
just need
there-
paint.
Is there
And
a
if
gas
there's-
station?
Yeah, if there's nobody there, we just drive away.
All right. Yeah. I pull up either to like a gas station or like a store that would feasibly have spray paint or something.
You can absolutely find like a hardware store.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Again, should one of us stay with the car in case another Solvang thing happens?
Probably.
I could do it, unless y'all.
You seem very nervous, Ronnie. Why don't you stay with the car?
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring Buddy with me.
If you
Okay.
see Roy, tell him I said hi, and also don't let
I
him
honestly
eat you.
hope we don't see Roy.
Yeah, I also hope you don't see
Yeah,
Roy.
Emily gets off and then walks towards the front door of the hardware store.
Sure.
Like, are the lights on? Do
Yeah.
the doors open as
You
they
get
do?
up to the door and you can open the door. It
Kilo
has a
is
little
pro-
jingle bell that jingles.
Okay,
Keel's
I
right behind
look
her.
in. Is there a living soul in here?
Not that you can see. There's nobody at the cashier.
I call out as well.
Okay. You don't get a response. You don't get like somebody go, "Oh, just a minute." Nothing. Like that.
Nothing.
Kilo starts walking through the aisles looking for paint.
Sure.
Or people, but paint mostly.
Okay. If you are gonna commit a crime, I am going to be outside. I do not want to be associated with it.
I will broadcast, forewarn, when I'm going to do that.
Okay. I will be outside and walk Buddy around to see if he smells anything weird.
Okay.
That and Buddy just needs some walking time too.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can totally walk around the parking area, no
Yeah.
problem. There's probably some grass not far you can get to. That's fine. Inside, it takes you a minute because they don't have big signs over the aisles to tell you what aisle would have paint. But you get there, and there's one of those racks that has
Yep.
all of the cans of various colors and brands. And it's not fully stocked, but there's still some paints, like of whatever colors you might be looking for. As long as you're not like, I need a very specific.
No.
Neon pink.
Yeah, just that one.
Kilo is trying to envision a sunrise, but B also the colors of like any of the battle drones that he's
Okay.
ever seen, not war ones, the recreational battle drones.
Sure.
And just trying to think of like basically getting like 1990s gamer race car colors.
Sure.
And sunrise colors. And I think that they're going to top out at like 4 or 5 cans. I don't think they have very big arms. They're not made to carry a lot of things. So like,
You can have 6 because you can put one in your fanny
oh yeah,
pack.
that's true. Fantastic. Then they kind of grab, I think, 3 colors for Cassie, a black, a white, and then like a blue.
Sure. How well does Kilo the drone hear?
Relatively well, I think.
Okay.
By themselves.
Ominous.
So you can roll wits, I would suppose.
Okay.
In her hurry to not become a criminal, she left you alone.
1-6. We did it, everybody.
Yay!
You are taking some cans off and putting them in your arm, and you get the little rattle noise
Yeah.
of the cans as you're picking them up. But at the end of the aisle you're on, you hear like a shoe scuff.
They turn. Look.
And at the end, there is what looks like a 20-something-year-old. You can't tell exactly because they are wearing a full Neuroscape helmet. And they continue to walk towards you, not running, not like super creepy or anything, but walking towards you.
Do they look like they're wearing like work clothes to work here, or just clothes?
They'd probably be wearing like a shop apron
Okay.
thing, like they would be somebody that maybe works here.
Oh, hello.
No response.
Okay. And I think they start to walk to the front with all their cans, like knowing that someone might perceive them at this point. Unsure how aware this person even is, if they're just like on the clock, but just kind of being in the neuroscape. So they're like, maybe I can just walk out the store, but they're gonna go towards the counter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. You turn, you start to walk. As you start to walk, they try to keep up with you.
Uh-oh.
Like they are
Okay.
actively following you in a way now.
Okay.
And they don't seem like they're super clumsy or anything. They're walking.
That's
Maybe
weird.
it's the cashier following you to check you out.
Yeah. Kilo puts the cans down on the counter. All the ones except for, I think that they have like a yellow in their fanny pack.
Sure.
And they're gonna go towards the front door.
Okay. Are you just maintaining a casual walking pace?
Yes, the intention here being like, if someone were watching them, they would think, oh, they're putting the cans down and they need to go like look for something really quick before they come back and check out. But in reality, they're also going to the door to yell
Okay.
for anyone.
Sure. Let's see. Why don't you roll an agility and I'll roll an agility?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we'll see
hate
what
that. Hate that call for
What
a
do
check.
you mean?
It's like the equivalent of make a dexterity.
6 and a 1.
Hey!
Well, you 100% get to the door
Yes.
5 steps before this person.
Wait, they followed them to the door?
Yep.
They follow them out the door?
I don't go out the door. I'm at the door.
You tell me what you've got
Yep.
advantage here. You got to the door first and you were able to take an action.
Hey, I found someone.
Oh, you open the door and yell out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Help.
I was gonna say,
Help?
can I tell there is like panic in their voice?
They're usually pretty monotone. And they say help, and then the next thing they say is, I need money or violence.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Emily was walking around
Yeah.
with Buddy, so I think
You would
at
be able to get
the
there.
sound of the door opening, it's like, oh, okay, like, like they're coming back out. And then they say that, and it's like a moment of panic, but they would go towards Kilo, 100%.
Yeah, I 100% hop out of the car.
Well, aren't we still at the gas station? Isn't it like, is it
You're
the
in the
same
parking
place?
lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
We're at
Okay.
a parking lot. Yeah.
Sorry, for some reason I was thinking it was like across like an intersection.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
hop. Are you in the car? Are you staying in the car? Are you out of the car?
No, I think I was probably checking on like trying to fill it with gas.
Okay.
Yes.
I am like, stay with the van, and I go to Kilo.
You'll get there first in a
Okay.
second. You have the advantage now. You can do something. You can continue to move away, or if you stand still, this person is actively moving after you.
Yes, and I think that despite what they said, it still has the intention to like pretend to be there to like check out. And so I don't think he's thinking I'm going to run, and so he's going to turn around and maybe go back towards the counter. But
Okay.
yeah.
In a matter of 5 steps, this tool shop owner, worker,
Mhm.
who knows, gets up to you and like reaches out to grab onto your arms.
That's the moment that someone goes to reach for them at all that isn't one of these 3, he's gonna try and like break out of it and try and run away towards the van.
So now let's both roll strength.
Yay!
Oh lordy.
Oh my gosh.
Doing so good.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't like that.
Wait, somebody
A
holds
6.
the kids.
A 6.
down. You can still get the kids.
you are actively trying to fend them off.
Yep.
But it's kind of a tie.
Yeah, that's fine.
And like they keep trying to kind of grab onto you, and you keep parrying, sort of. Like, yeah, so it's like
Get round, ball head.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
That's the action you've taken. You and Buddy can get.
Right. So I get to the door, seeing them turn around and go back inside, it's like, oh, they don't have pockets. They don't have money. Right? So that's I think Emily's assumption. Open the door and see
this grapple fight.
sort of
Yeah.
wrestling match happening. And it's like, oh no. But it's like, Kilo, what did you do?
Nothing. They're just grabbing me. Help.
And she'll try to like talk to them. Be like, excuse me, hello? Like, oh, like, they're with me, like, we'll pay, I have money. Still not, I guess, fully grasping the situation.
Sure.
Is there any response from this person?
There is not a verbal response.
Okay.
However, as you open the door and speak, the head, like they're still sort of trying to grab onto Kilo, but the head turns and looks right at you, and it smiles.
Because you're a person.
I am a person.
I'm not.
I don't understand what that means.
I can't put a helmet on.
Do I go in?
And
Am
you
I
can get to the
right
door.
now? Okay. What the hell's happening?
Help.
Okay. I go up. So I think I'm walking right up to the person. I'm like, let them go.
It was looking at the door, and you've come in now. Big, kind of goofy grin on its face. And stops trying to grab onto Kilo
Mm-hmm.
and turns towards you with grabby arms.
Cool. I'm gonna punch this person in the solar plexus. Okay.
Sure.
Is this strength or agility? Strength.
Strength.
Okay. I have martial artist. I get +2 dice.
I turn
to
around and say,
close
Kilo, grab the
combat rolls
cans.
when fighting unarmed. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna deck
Gotta
them in
get
the
something
fucking
out of
stomach
it,
and
you
try
know?
and win them, basically.
Sure.
We'll see if I succeed. I don't. Cool. Okay, so they get me. Uh-oh.
So you go to land a punch,
Mhm.
and they grab your arm. Like, they seem actually fairly coordinated. Not like that they're...
Yeah, like it's
You've
weird
seen
that they're
people that are physically moving around using headsets, but it's almost like there's a lag delay, right?
Uh-huh.
Like when video and audio aren't synced
Yeah,
properly.
yeah,
It's that
okay.
kind of a situation where, like, yeah, they're getting a feed, but the processing and all the stuff that's happening around them tends to make them a little bit slower.
Yeah.
But in this case, they're moving like fluidly.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Don't like that.
And they managed to use both their hands and grab onto the hand that you tried to punch. So
Okay.
they kind of got you on the forearm.
Okay, I'm like, get out. Get out. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kilo, grab the cans.
Yeah.
And then I go, buddy, tackle, to try to give Ronnie a chance to like disengage from the person so we can all run.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Before we get to that part,
Yeah.
you see from neighboring businesses and stuff, you see other people
Fuck.
Are they all
that are
wearing?
starting
out,
to
get
come
out,
out
get
of
out.
doors,
Wait.
and they've all got a headset on.
Okay.
And they all look like normal people that would be here doing normal life stuff, right? Like a house across the street. There's clearly like a grandpa that's like come outside, and he's wearing like the short sleeve dress shirt and a tie, and he's got the headset on, and he starts walking across the street towards you.
Yeah.
Not running,
Mhm.
but they are moving that direction.
That's
I
creepy.
don't like this.
This is literally Cassie's nightmare. Like
Yeah.
the worst possible thing that could ever happen to her
It's true.
is happening right now. She does the thing where she's like probably filling it with gas and like literally pulls the the pump out, drops it, like just lets it go, like slams it shut and like jumps in the van and like starts it and probably starts to drive away. And then like halfway like out the driveway, she probably realizes her friends are still here. So she like peels around real quick and starts like laying on the horn as loud as she can and like locks the doors. Like,
Yeah.
super,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
for sure.
very obviously not able to think very straight
Sure.
and just like screaming, like sobbing and screaming and like laying on the horn
Yeah.
and like trying to keep herself to stay there long enough for her friends to make it to the van.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, if y'all are not here
Yeah.
by the time these things get
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Valid. Honestly,
sure.
valid.
Yeah, we definitely hear the horn.
Yeah,
Oh my
for
God.
sure. And the screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
definitely close enough for that. Because the window's still down on the passenger side.
Right.
I would probably be reaching over and like everything
Sure.
to like make it a fortress.
But it's going to take a second.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Buddy receives the command, lunges, and grabs onto this guy's forearm,
Yeah.
which allows you to kind of break free.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're not actively held, but
Okay.
he's still standing there. He does not seem to notice Buddy at all. Like, there is no reaction to the fact that now there's 60, 70 pounds of German Shepherd hanging off an arm,
Right.
right?
I'm just shouting, go, get to the van now. Buddy, come on. And I'm like,
Yeah. As soon as I see that Ronnie, like the person let go of them, I would recall Buddy so that we can all run out the door.
So
Absolutely.
Kilo, before everyone starts to run out the door, starts to go around to get the paints, like Emily said, but also I think the moment that like Ronnie really gets like grabbed, it stops and turns. And even though Buddy interceded and Ronnie broke free, Kilo looking at this person from the backside turns to smash their neuro helmet.
Okay. I feel like that's like an agility thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're clearly strong enough to do that because it's just plastic. But-
Yeah.
It's just
I would
metal.
also, like I've done before, like to pitch electronics, since I am specifically trying to like smash the processor. Up to you.
Yeah, that gives you +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
gosh.
where you need to hit that.
No, and I got a 1, and I'm. Wait, I used the wrong die for that, but that's fine. I am going to push.
Okie doke.
Oh,
okay, you roll all of them except that one.
yeah, that's gonna live over there. I'm gonna switch to the right die because that's actually the wrong dice.
Dice mechanic drives me wild.
I know.
Okay. Got another one, but a 6.
Okay.
So, you manage to kind of take a couple of steps, and then like you grab onto their collar
Mm-hmm.
and kind of use that to boost yourself up, so you can just go smash with your steering wheel attachment.
Yeah.
Right. And you bust it, and the person just falls forward onto their face.
Okay.
Like, Buddy kind of lets go out of surprise, I think, more than anything. And like looks to you for like, what do I do?
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
I
I
don't
did-
think I killed them.
No, I did
did, but-
recall him
Sure.
when
Oh, that's
he
right.
let
Yes,
go.
you're right, you're
When
right.
he let go of Ronnie,
Yes.
I was like, "All right, your job is done.
Yes.
Like, let's get out of here."
So he is free and moves back to your side.
Yeah, he runs to me.
The clerk, this worker, is just out
yeah.
on the ground.
And Kilo is like standing behind, straightens up, and turns, and meticulously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks up the cans and just starts
Sure.
to walk out.
Yeah, I think Emily would make it to the door first because she wasn't like physically
Yeah.
part of that scene. Opens the door to hold it open for everybody, and then looks outside and then sees the car, and I think like sees all the other people coming out. Would turn around and yell at these two like, there's a lot of them outside. We need to go.
Yep, coming.
I'm coming.
Horn is still blaring.
Yeah.
You guys
More
can
and more
all
frantic.
get out the door and make your way to the car. Like,
Yeah.
none of them were close enough that they're going to intercept you on the way to the car.
Okay.
As you're getting in the car, however, all of the ones that are within eye shot start to say, "Come meet Roy."
Oh God,
Like,
I hate it.
just in that sort of inflection, like
Yeah.
positive, like, "Come on, come meet Roy."
No, thank you.
No, we're good.
Oh, that is so.
Keela's just gonna get in the van.
Great.
I shut the doors and I'm like, drive.
Cassie just like is sobbing
Oh yeah.
and like just blindly drives, like probably just busts through some bushes on like the edge of the parking lot, like doesn't seem to be seeing the road well, just driving down like the center of whatever road is available, just like no direction, just like absolutely terrified, like
Yeah.
not able to process, and like just driving and driving and driving as fast as the van will possibly go. Probably terrifying. Might be scarier than the people we just left, but no, none of this.
No.
Here's a question.
Okay.
You get like a block,
Mm-hmm.
because your van's not slow, but it's not a
Yeah,
race
yeah.
car.
No.
You're not instantly to 130 miles an
Mm-hmm.
hour. And the houses down this far, people have come out and congregated in the road,
Oh.
and they are all just repeating, "Come on, meet Roy. Roy's waiting."
I feel like Cassie like slams on the brakes and just sits there and like stares, and then I feel like she like bails out of the driver's seat. I feel like she literally goes to the back of the van and like pulls a blanket over herself and just like curls up in the fetal position, like sobbing. And like just the van's still running. It's like the parking brake's on and she just can't handle it. She just can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Kilo, can you drive?
Yes.
Okay, and she'll go to the back and bring Buddy along, for Cassie. Cause it's a trained dog, and so he does that thing where he goes under and puts his head, like if you're huddled up, underneath your like your head as well. So you're technically like leaning on him. But yeah, and he sort of, puts him there. Do we just run them over?
Keela lays on the horn. And if they don't react,
Do it.
They're normal people, though, that got caught up in all of this.
no one's home.
What do you mean?
When you smashed it, they're going to just go.
And Keela is going to floor it.
Okay.
Do it.
The tires spin. They don't break loose
Yeah.
too much, but you start to accelerate forward. And doing your best. You're a seasoned driver. You don't run through a bunch,
Mhm.
but you do hit a couple.
Sure.
Because it wasn't like they were just a wall,
Yeah.
right? There weren't
Yeah.
that many people. But, one kind of bounces off and spins away, and another one, like the helmet gets knocked away and they collapse just like you saw before.
hmm
But all of them just keep saying, "Roy wants to meet you. Come on back."
And Keela doesn't flinch, doesn't look away, lays on the horn all the way through driving through the like barricade of people. But doesn't take a moment to again be in that human space, but again is back in that very robotic, I have a job and I'm doing it.
I feel like Kilo might not be flinching, but every time there's that like
A thud.
impact sound, there's like a huge like flinch and like cry like from like this blanket in the back. But she's like definitely like cuddling with Buddy.
Yeah.
What's the processor rating of your headset?
That's a terrifying question.
Well, I was gonna say,
Hate that.
Why do you need to know that?
Normally it is a 3, but right now it is at a 2.
Roll those 2 dice.
I don't want to watch.
A 1 and a 6.
Oh.
Whoa!
You. The best way to describe it is an unwanted browser pop-up, right? So, like,
God, it's Roy.
the perception of, like, your right, well,
Mhm.
you have a top and a bottom eye. So, like,
Yeah.
your bottom eye
Yeah.
is just filled with, looks computer-generated
Mhm.
Roy face.
Oh my god.
And he goes, "You don't have to leave. I'm just here to talk to folks.
What do you want?
I just like to meet people.
We are leaving.
Well, you don't have to run off that fast. We could have fixed you a meal. We could have let you come get to know everybody."
These people are people.
Well, they're all people, for sure.
Where are they?
Well, they live with me in the warehouse now.
And you use their bodies to do what?
Well, keep the town nice. We don't want to live in a trash heap.
Fascinating. And why were you going to grab me and my friends?
Well, we hadn't seen a drone in town in quite some time.
Yes, because everyone leaves.
Well, that's the problem.
And what are you trying to keep people for?
Well, they can join us.
We don't want to do that. We have to leave. And if we did stay, you would not want us here.
I think you're wrong about that. Everyone's unique and wonderful,
Hmm.
and they contribute to the whole.
And what about people who are the reason why the world has gone to shit?
Our world's wonderful.
Your world is wonderful. The real one is a mess. And no people drones will fix that.
Well, I seem to think our town's pretty nice.
People make a town nice.
Oh, I agree. You should see how wonderful our town is.
I have. And Keel's going to try and keep driving.
Okay.
Well, I think saying some of this out loud to no one.
Let's see. Go ahead and make a wit roll for me. With your processor.
1-6.
Okay.
We're cutting it so close.
I
yo.
know.
Like, it's so stressful.
The
And-
dice know. The dice know.
And you get out of town. There are no more people wandering into the road.
Fascinating.
In the rearview mirror, you see the others starting to clean up,
Uh-huh.
right? Including, like, someone's come out with, like, one of those brush, like the concrete floor washers.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you see it like a big business, like a Costco that they're pushing
Yeah,
to
yeah,
keep
yeah.
the aisles clean. There's one of those, and they're out there, like, actively scrubbing the spot where you sped off and left a little bit of rubber on the road.
Oh, wow.
Like, and
Wow.
they're grabbing up the people that were injured
We
and
got into someone's Minecraft town
carrying
and
them all away from sight
Mhm.
as you speed off. And with that, I think that's a great place to stop tonight.
Yeah.
That rocks.
Holy
Holy shit,
Uh,
dude. Holy shit.
I love it.
ah!
You didn't meet Roy, though. He had such wonderful sights to show you.
Yeah, it's like Soul Bang, but worse. Like 1,000 times worse. God, it's gonna get worse.
That was
And it's
awesome.
Yeah.
gonna get worse.
That was awesome.
Absolutely.
Horror! Horror show.
So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all the people that rated, especially those that stuck around through the end. I'm so glad you did. Huge thanks to James V, as always, in the chat, keeping it safe, especially with the huge pile of folks
Yeah,
that
thanks,
came in
James.
tonight. And thanks to all of the huge pile of folks that came in for being civil.
Yeah.
I didn't even see a riot happening, and that's great.
That was here.
Uh,
the right
yes,
was here.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did that thing.
We brought all of that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't spill over into the chat. Huge thanks out to the Patreon members that support the channel. You allow us to play games like this that we love and are truly interested in with amazing people that we love and we're truly interested in. It's a great time. And without your support, none of that happens. And I have to go back to running games for my friends that I can't ever keep scheduled. So please keep supporting the channel so I can keep coming back and playing and running awesome games.
With air conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
stock fridge, air conditioning.
Critical.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah.
One more time, let's go around.
Hello, I'm Cody Gonzaga, and I'm terrified. You can find me online as Jaztice, Jaztice, or on my website www.codygonzaga.com, KODIGONZAGA. I don't know what else to do. I'm too rattled. Go.
Fantastic. Hi everyone, I'm Kai. You can find me everywhere as Estelle of Emladris. Boy, what a ride today. You can find me tomorrow over on my other home at Transplaner RPG, where we are celebrating 5 years of Transplaner this month. And for our 5-year anniversary, every week this month, we are doing a different theme, and it's all 4 of the major shows that we've released on Transplaner, including our first main campaign. Last week it was our first campaign for Godkiller. And this week is my show, The Chaos Protocol. So tomorrow we're actually going to be doing a live director's commentary of our very first episode from 2023. And it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. Going to hang out with the cast. We're going to talk through some of the early stuff and just kind of jump into that. So we're going to be celebrating there. And then I will be on my channel on Friday playing Baldur's Gate 3. And then doing more Transplaner excitement stuff, celebrating Juneteenth on Saturday with a very special one-shot, charity one-shot, headed by my co-star for her very first time. So I'll be there celebrating and screaming in chat incessantly. So you can definitely come check that out too.
Awesome.
And, oh, God, yeah, and I'll forget every time. I'm also nominated for 3 Crit Awards. Oh my gosh. And for those of you who don't know, the Crit Awards are a community-nominated award. I am nominated for not 1, not 2, but 3. I'm nominated for Best Costume and Makeup for The Doomsayers, where I play Merrick, which is set in the 1980s, and he's also Patroclus of Ancient Greece because it's the City of Mist. And I am nominated for Cobalt Press Player for my work on Sun and Chains over on Bad House RPG. And then I'm also nominated for this little show that you might have heard of here on Happy Jacks called Outrunners, from an amazing game that you might have also heard of here on Happy Jacks called Starscape, where I'm nominated for Best Player Indie for my performance as Road in Outrunners. You should definitely go check out Outrunners, check out the Crit Awards, and I'll let Kimmy talk more about the Crit Awards in a second, but first I'm going to pass it over to Yuri.
So hi everybody. Thank you again, everybody, for sticking with us tonight. My name is Yuri. That is Y-U-R-I, pronounced she, they. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere on the interwebs. Tomorrow you'll go ahead and find me over at Superhero Shenanigans, where we play mutants and masterminds, and I get to be an alien princess bird warrior lady, and it's great and it's fun. So definitely go check that out. We are there every other Wednesday. And then this weekend for Free RPG Day, I'm going to be over at Geeky Teas, and then at the evening we're going to be over at the Roguelike Tavern to have a quick little hangout for the Crit Awards, actually. So if you're in the LA area and just want to go hang out with us, definitely do that.
Yay. And I'm Kimmy. You can find me at Golden Lasso Girl most places. I really only check Blue Sky, but there's stuff that gets posted on other places too. You can find my games at goldenlassogames.com. You can find the rest of Happy Jack stuff at happyjacks.org. I run this wild thing. And you can find all our backlog there. We do a Saturday night. Sometimes it gets shifted if my friends are throwing parties. Dave, looking at you.
That's how it goes.
So we do that every Saturday night. We do a live advice show where people write in questions and comments and stories from all around the world about RPGs, and we read them and talk about them and discuss them. It's a little wild. It's very fun. And I'm on that every Saturday night. And I'm here on Tuesdays. And I am also nominated for some Crit Awards. which I forget every time too.
You're like,
Yeah. So I am nominated for Best Podcast Host for the advice show that I just talked about, and then like the Community Member Award, which is amazing, and for my work with Gamma and their DEI work, running the last 14 months of the Horizon Fellowship for Gamma, which is a sponsorship program for marginalized creators and a mentorship program. I get to do lots of spreadsheets for that, so that's fun. And then for our Indie Designer of the Month spotlight that we do on our advice show every week. So yeah, lots of fun stuff, and it's exciting and weird to be nominated for stuff. So yeah. Also, it's summer and I'm a teacher, so I'm really happy.
happy summer break. We can meet
Oh yeah.
children and yay parents. You're so strong.
Yeah. True.
And I am Kadave. You can find me at CA Sith Lord all over the place. Blue Sky is the place I look the most often in terms of social media. But shout out to the Happy Jacks Discord. It's full of awesome people and is a fun place to hang out. Because there's actually a community that is chatty and talks, and there's things to read and catch up on.
And run games.
And absolutely run games. I don't know when the next...
JackerCon is actually coming up in July. We're not sure. We have to pick the weekend. The voting is going up soon. But generally, every other month, we do our Saturday of gaming. JackerCon is our once a year, like, whole weekend, most of a week of online games. It's free to play, lots of fun. Go to happyjacks.org/discord and you can go join and run games or playing games. We actually have a weird community that has more GMs than players. So please come play games. Because we usually have more games, like people wanting to run games than people who are signing up for games. Yeah.
So funny.
It's the weirdest thing.
Well, I mean, it's all the years of talking to GMs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That attracts the people. The best part about the Happy Jacks community is the fact that if there's people that are listening and tend to agree with the things that are going on, I'm already on the same page with you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, there's a whole group of people that agree with me. It's very easy to be friends.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, cool, all right, we're working it. You can catch us here again next Tuesday. For the next episode 5 already. Jeez. The time flies. If you need to catch up on past episodes, like if you're one of the people that showed up tonight and they're like, what the hell is going on here? You can find our particular show at happyjacks.org/road to nowhere, all one word. And any other show on the network at happyjacks.org/shows. And there are a lot. So if you're looking for something to entertain you, do what I do, and you put in an earbud, and it becomes a radio play.
Yeah.
And you just go about your life and keep your brain entertained, because it's way better than concentrating on dishes or laundry. So, for sure. And then next week on Monday, I am 100% committed that I'm really going to sign in and play Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on my Twitch channel. I didn't do it this last Monday because the world was the world. But it's just a bunch of fun, and it's the right mix of puzzles and beating up fascism and all the stuff that you want to do. So come and join me and hang out, and we'll talk about weird stuff. Because
we don't ever do that here.
No, for
no
sure.
weird stuff.
But people come in and
normal.
they just will bring up like a random question, like, "What do you know about Coos Bay, Oregon?" And I'll be like, "Oh, well, let me tell you." Or it's just stuff. My channel all started with me driving a truck in American Truck Simulator. So it was always just a running commentary of the random stuff that happened. The number of times I've gotten to make the, oh, hey, joke when there's a hay truck driving by. It's delightful. So I'm going to go back to that at some point because it's really delightful. Other than that, we'll catch you next week. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.